about a con artist that sticks out from everything else, they don't tend to follow through on anything, unless it just benefits them directly, right? But everything else outside that, they don't follow through on it, because at the end of the day, for them, the con is for you, but they don't fool themselves. That's something to be aware of. And oh yeah, Auntie, I got to get out of here, brother. Thank you for having me up, man. Pleasure, Sun Kiss God. It's good talking to you, Day Sweets. And y'all keep hey. Yeah.
Oh.
All right, Doc, check this one out, Queen.
Okay.
Now, this is one that I actually got watching Anton Daniels show, right? This is a woman that left her boyfriend, right? She left her boyfriend. Her boyfriend now. She took the fucking shower heads out of the shower. All right, because he won't marry her. Like, she's pissed.
What the heck? What?
Yeah,
That's
she's
what
pissed.
petty. That's petty as hell.
Yeah. Remember, I be talking about motherfuckers taking the ice trays out the freezer. She took the shower heads out the shower.
Your hot relationship while he's at work. Disclaimer, everything that you see in the video that I'm taking apart or just leaving, that's his, and I'm taking what's mine. I did not leave this relationship because he didn't love me or I didn't love him. I just needed to love me more. And the only reason why I'm sharing this is because I feel like God has placed me in people's lives to be resilient. And I know for a fact with dealing with my clients,
shower heads, shower curtains. She ain't fucking around, yo. Look at this shit.
But she said she bought it, so it's hers. Shit.
Man.
That's her shower head. She bought the bougie shit.
That a lot of people don't share what they're going through because they're embarrassed and it's very taboo. And I'm an open book. This is my life. And at the end of the day, when the bills hit, it comes out of my account. And this is just my truth. I left because I wanted marriage. I wanted to grow a family and he wanted to be stagnant. And I'm not here on his time. I'm here on limited time, whatever God has for me. And what I'm not about to do is sit here and wait around for him to eventually want to marry me or feel like he's marrying me because he settled. And I know what everybody's thinking, like 8.5 years, girl, that's a red flag. But we came from very dysfunctional upbringings, and I thought that he would change because I have changed so much. And I can't just sit here and say people don't change when I'm changing and I'm growing. But if someone doesn't want to grow together, then that's just not for me. So what I'm going to do is choose myself, pack up all my shit, and I'm going to bounce. Because if you don't want me, there's another man that will. And don't get me wrong, this was like the hardest thing to do because I'm in love with this man. But I need to love me more. And part of loving me more is I don't tolerate things that I don't deserve. And I'm not going to settle, not for him, not for anyone, not for anything in life, because I know what I deserve. And that is exactly why I left. And he still has not told his family. He hasn't told anybody. So hopefully this goes viral enough so that they can see what's really going on. Check this out. That's his TV, but guess what? I bought that anchor. Come with me to leave my 8 in here.
Oh, damn. She took the hangers, bro.
Yeah. Now, what do you have to say about that?
And look, she said she wanted marriage. She don't want marriage, then you don't want nothing. You don't want me or what comes with me. And what came with me was these damn shower heads and these hangers. Give me my shit. I'm gonna go. She petty, but I get it.
I think she's worse than petty. I think she's trying to be extremely manipulative.
What's manipulative?
Okay, so I don't mind going back to the part where she said, his family doesn't know, so hopefully this goes viral enough so that his family can see it. She wants to embarrass this motherfucker. Her purpose of doing this shit is not just to go and be gone. Her purpose is to go and have this motherfucker chase her on some Martin and Gina shit. Yes, Gina, I will marry you shit.
I mean, but
And
that's
what's likely going to happen is he is going like this is the whole men start winning. He's going to decide not to compete with her because I mean he's going to call the bluff. Like, hey, you're going to leave, and he's going to be like, okay, bye. All right, bye. Hey, you forgot something. You forgot something. I'll leave it outside for you. I'll leave it on the porch.
And he in his right to do that. Just like she in her right to take her shit and leave. So if she is trying to be manipulative, it's gonna be up to him to decide if he gonna participate or not.
Now, what do you think about that? What do you think a man should do if a woman's that manipulative?
I don't think she's manipulative. I think she had a line and she drew it. And
or vice versa.
Well, I think it's gonna be incumbent upon them people. Like if he finds that his life loses value with her not being there, then he got something to think about. If he feel like he not losing much either way, then he can pursue her or not pursue her. Everybody got their choices.
Okay, so it's like this. Like, check this out, right? Let's say some chick friend zone the fuck out of me, right? And I decide I want to buy her a phone, you know what I'm saying, and a new bag, and some jewelry, and some shit like that, right? But she's gonna leave my ass in the friend zone. So one day, I'm just taking all that shit. I'm gonna go take her fucking phone. I'm gonna go take her fucking bag, you know what I'm saying, and demand that she remove the jewelry. Hey, get the jewelry off of your person right now.
Well, see, that's different because when
Why is that different? Why is that different?
Because when you gave that to her, you gave this to her specifically to use. Now she didn't say, I bought these hangers and these hangers is for you. No, the hangers is for us as a couple inside this house. So we ain't married. And that's why I don't advocate shacking up. Because
but we ain't married. I want my bag back. I want my bag back. I want my phone back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, now.
Thank you. If it was a house phone,
I'm leaving.
Yeah, but if it was a house phone, I could understand. But a cell phone, that's for personal use.
House phone? What the fuck is that? A house with the cord on it?
I don't know what they got a cord on. But I'm saying it don't matter. Whatever kind of house, you can get a state-of-the-art house phone. That's community property. That would be, I can see you taking it if you purchased it. But when you give somebody something for their personal use, that's a gift. You can't take gifts back now, except for like engagement ring. Now, an engagement ring is a promise to marry. So if you breach that contract, you get to get your ring back. But if you just gave them something for their personal use, no, you can't take that back. That's petty.
Like a shower head?
A shower head is community property. Both of them use that.
I want my fucking bag back. And the
you
phone.
Use the bag? You can't replace
and the phone. And that goddamn wig. And those fucking nails.
You see, right? that's not the same.
Yeah. I want it off of your person right the fuck now.
No, that's not the same. That'll be like her going in there and taking out his drawers if she bought his drawers. Why would she take his drawers?
If she bought his drawers, you know damn well she would have took that shit.
She didn't take none of his clothes.
She didn't buy his fucking clothes. She would have took that shit.
If they was in a relationship for 8 years, I'm sure she done bought that man some clothes.
That's real, Bridget. Hey. The wig and the nails, take it out now. Right now. Right now. You know? And I'm leaving.
That is crazy.
Look at her. She's heartbroken. She don't want to go. Like, she don't want to go. She up on social media crying about it and shit instead of just going. Fuck up out of here, man. They ain't buying that bullshit.
I mean, she said she was in love with the man, but at the same time, how long you gonna sit up here and play somebody live-in girlfriend? I said she was in love with the man, but at the same time, how long is you gonna sit up here and play somebody's live-in girlfriend? Cause I done seen women sit up here and shack up with men for 20 plus years. They done raise kids and everything. Now they old as hell. Now he want to get married. But I can't be her. I'm
You
sorry.
said, give me the damn right. You know, damn right. Give me those back too. Real shit. You know, since you want to take shit. Since you just want to leave and take shit with you. It's okay. You leave and you ain't taking shit. This motherfucker, man. You know? You want to take some shit. Hey, you gonna be leaving some shit too.
I'm sure she left a lot. And Showerhead don't compare to all the stuff that she put inside that house for 8 years.
Hey, I think it's extremely manipulative.
I mean, that's a perspective. I think it's just petty that she would put it on social media, but I understand why she would decide to leave.
I just think it's extremely manipulative, right? To be up there, with somebody or whatever. All of that time you move in with them, and then you got a problem with the situation that you voluntarily put yourself in. Like, he ain't kidnap nobody and make nobody move in. You willingly moved in without a promise to be married. You have no ring on your fucking finger. The motherfucker ain't promised to marry you before, and now you mad that he ain't promised to marry you yet? What the fuck?
I mean, but 8 years in a relationship, I'm sure the conversation of marriage has come up. So if she's saying,
that's like me getting in a cage with a tiger, right? And then me getting pissed off because the tiger has stripes and is hungry. It just wants to eat. And I don't like things with stripes that want to eat me.
Right. So maybe
I'm not gonna get in the cage with a fucking tiger.
Well, maybe she didn't realize she was getting in a cage with a tiger, and when she figured it out, she said, "I got to go."
Come the fuck on. That motherfucker, you moved in without. Come on. You moved in without the motherfucking promising to marry you, no engagement ring, none of that shit. Okay?
People do this shit all the time like it's normal. That's why, I don't advocate for that type of behavior. I don't suggest no woman move in with no man prior to marriage, no matter what. But you got people that'll sit up there and tell folk, now you need to live with people first so you can see how y'all get along. Oh, bullshit. That's setting yourself up for failure. In my personal opinion, I don't suggest that type of behavior.
It's a way to go about that shit. It's definitely a way to go about it. Like, I know I've been kind of beating the dead horse with some other situations that we've seen play out on YouTube, but it's just a way to go about that shit. For the most part, if you are gonna move in with somebody or whatever beforehand, I get it. But at the same time, I would recommend that the shit have a floor. Whatever, you got a 12-month lease, you got a 6-month lease or whatever, before you guys are about to move into some shit that you guys have for yourself. For like that's set up for you guys together. Because if you move in with somebody, remember, somebody's living quarters and space is going to be set up for either number one, just themselves, or number two, themselves and somebody else. Somebody else that's not you. Maybe they was with somebody before and now you're there, or maybe they were just there by themselves. But that's not what the house wasn't. The crib wasn't built around that shit. So I get it. Ain't nothing wrong with living with each other for a little bit beforehand, but make sure that shit has a floor. It's a certain time frame. Once this shit is done, we're gonna go crib shopping together. Like, it's got to be progression. And why would we get a place together and all of this shit if we're not taking things to the next level? So those are conversations that you're supposed to have, ahead of time before you just move the fuck in. But it's not like we're just gonna move in together until we just decide to change things up. Like, that's bullshit. That's just like getting in the car and having no clue where the fuck you're going.
Well, maybe they did have a conversation and then it didn't progress that way. And then she's like, okay, well, enough is enough. Time to go now.
Yeah.
I don't suggest people do that because you start moving in with people, then your finances and the way you live get tied up in with that other person, or if you don't tie up with them, it's gonna cause problems. I just don't think it's a good idea.
Mhm.
Finding out if y'all gonna get along. Now you can do that after y'all say I do and move in. That's part of marriage. Figuring out how to make that shit work. Like no. We're not doing no shaking up.
Man, people just put the wagon before the horse. That's what it is. People put the wagon before the horse. People move in together, but they really ain't concerned with living together and all of that other shit. Same way motherfuckers have babies and all of that shit, and they really don't think about what it is to be parents, co-parents, any of that. And I get it. Once you're in these situations, you kind of just in them, so you gotta, move from there. But
right
at some point, these are conversations that you're supposed to be having ahead of time, or at least during the whole thing. How the fuck y'all living together for X amount of years and this topic never came up?
I'm sure it did come up. I think she just set up. First of all, you can't play with me for 8 years. That's too goddamn long. I'm sorry. She crazy. I would have been gone.
Now she got to leave while he's at work. Yeah. She got to leave while he's at work.
Come with me to leave my 8.5 relationship while he's at work. Disclaimer, everything that you see in the video that I'm taking apart or just leaving, that's his, and I'm taking what's mine. I did not leave this relationship because he didn't love me or I didn't love him. I just needed to love me more. And the only reason why I'm sharing this is because I feel like God has placed me in people's lives to be resilient. And I know for a fact with dealing with my clients that a lot of people don't share what they're going through because they're embarrassed and it's very taboo. And I'm an open book. This is my life. And at the end of the day, when the bills hit, it comes out of my account. And this is just my truth. I left because I wanted marriage. I wanted to grow a family and he wanted to be stagnant. And I'm not here on his time. I'm here on limited time, whatever God has for me. And what I'm not about to do is sit here and wait around for him to eventually want to marry me or feel like he's...
Man, she taking the fucking hangers. Plastic ones too. Like straight plastic. Those ain't even the ones, you know what I'm saying, with like the cushion on the shoulders and shit so you don't get them extra fucked up creases. Those shits are some cheap ass Walmart plastic fucking hangers, man.
She said she bought them. Give her shit.
Like, you can't tell me she didn't take the ice trays out the freezer too. She took the shower heads out the shower. She took the motherfucking hangers. Like, real shit. She took the hangers out the closet.
She said she bought it.
Yeah, ice trays out the freezer too. She probably took whatever area rug. Yeah, she took all that shit. Oh, hey, you know your pillowcase is gone. You got to get all new pillowcases. Them shit's gone.
She take the wallpaper.
Oh shit, that's like the first thing y'all women will make sure y'all switch up when you come in.
You got to get your linens, okay?
Yeah, I'm just saying y'all will switch. And you saw that shit on this video. She taking the motherfucking sheets and blankets and shit.
Yeah, you got to get your linens.
Switch up in the nigga crib is those goddamn pillowcases and sheets and fitted sheets and shit. Hell yeah. Yeah, those gone. Those gone.
And the towels, okay? Don't leave the towels. We got to get them too. Mm-hmm.
He's marrying me because he's settled. And I know what everybody's thinking, like 8.5.
And I'm gonna give y'all that lesson real quick, man. If you get a woman over your crib and she ain't concerned or show some kind of concern or at least attention to your motherfucking linen, just like Miss Queen said, yo, that's a nasty ass bitch, man, bro. I'm just telling you.
Not real. A nasty bitch.
Nah, I'm just being real, man. You know? She gonna want to make sure at minimum that linen's fresh. Alright? She gonna do something to make sure that shit's fresh. She gonna do something. I can't tell you what the fuck she gonna do. She gonna do something to make sure that's fresh damn linen though. If she don't, you got you a nasty ass chick, man. She'll lay on anything. I'm just saying.
Oh, ew.
Girl,
That's
that's a red flag. But we came from very dysfunctional upbringings, and I thought that he would change because I have changed so much.
This chick would have took the toilet seat.
She probably did take the toilet seat. Shit.
She took the shower head. She ain't take the toilet seat. She would have took that shit though.
If she
And I
bought it,
can't
y'all
just
get
sit
in
here
the
and
bag.
say people don't change when I'm changing and I'm growing.
She taking the
But if
fucking
someone doesn't
hangers,
wanna
man.
grow
Look at this
together,
shit.
then that's just not for me.
Look at the
What
deal,
I'm
the
gonna do
linen, all that
is
shit,
myself, pack up
pillowcases,
all my
shit,
shit,
all that
and I'm
shit.
gonna bounce. Because
Take
if you don't want me, there's another man that will. Don't get me wrong, this was like the hardest thing to do because I'm in love with this man, but I need to love me more. And part of loving me more is I don't tolerate things that I don't deserve. And I'm not going to settle, not for him, not for anyone, not for anything in life, because I know what I deserve. And that is exactly why I left. And he still has not told his family. He hasn't told anybody. So hopefully this goes viral enough so that they can see what's really going on. Check this out. That's his TV, but guess what? I bought that anchor. Come with me to leave.
That's what I'm saying. She was like, I ain't gonna take his TV because that's his TV, but he bought the anchor for it, so that's it. That shit ain't mounted no more. Fuck that.
It's her anchor.
So yeah, he gotta come home to his TV on the fucking couch because she bought the $50 mount.
Well, she didn't break it.
Hmm?
She ain't break it. He still got his TV. So
And she just said she hopes that his family sees this shit.
I mean, she petty.
Nah. Her goal is to embarrass that motherfucker and get somebody else to tell her what she don't have the intestinal fortitude to tell that motherfucker herself.
And what's that?
That she want him to marry her.
I thought, but he has to know this. I'm sure he ain't gonna come home and she done took all this shit and he don't have no idea why. Like, no.
I'm just saying that she already knows. That's why she says she wants the family to see this shit so that way they could say something, because she knows he's likely to come home and not give a fuck. She knows
she
that
said
shit.
they don't know what's going on. So,
man, yeah, she know. Hey, she's like, unless somebody says that shit to him, because she don't have the heart to say that shit to him. But unless somebody says that shit to him, he might not. He probably won't give a shit. And I feel him. Fuck it. Let her go.
The family probably won't know why they not together no more. Like,
because I can understand where she's coming from. It's just, hey, at the same time, fuck out of here, man. Motherfucker don't owe you shit. Like, yeah, you had no contract, so what contract got breached? Now you big mad and you petty. So now I see how you act when you don't get what you want. When the fuck you want it, and you expect me to be a fucking mind reader? Thank you for being gone. That would be my attitude with it.
I don't know where you get this mind reading stuff from, because I hardly doubt.
That's what she expect.
No, I don't think she expected. They was in an 8-year relationship. They know mind reading. They didn't have the conversation.
So why she gotta leave when he's at work?
Because why she gonna leave when he there? Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Let me get my shit and leave in peace.
Hear what shit?
You rarely do those things ever. I'ma just sit here while you pack your shit.
Like him trying to compromise. Him trying to compromise. Maybe even exactly. She ain't trying to have a fucking conversation, but yet she wants a motherfucker to just understand shit. Oh, she don't want to compromise, so that's it. It's her way or the highway. So fuck it. Let her go. Let her hit the highway.
It's been 8 years. What compromise is there?
Hey.
What compromise is there in 8 years?
She let it go 8 years.
What? No. See, we're not talking about that. The question is, because you said she ain't trying to have no compromise. What is a compromise after 8 years?
Okay, so tell me this. How the fuck you gonna come at me with your list of fucking demands and you've been here for 8 goddamn years? What the fuck? Now all of a sudden you got demands? What the fuck happened to you? Like, for real. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I be like, at this point, it's like, who are you and what the fuck have you done with my girlfriend? Like that, like what the fuck, man? You ain't nothing like the chick that I've been fucking in here for the last 8 years. Who the fuck are you?
Well, I would think that
I like her. Bring her back.
I think probably within the at least the last year of that 8-year relationship, they've had conversations about marriage more frequently. I highly doubt he's blindsided by this. I highly doubt that.
I personally don't think he gives a shit.
And if he don't give a shit, then she's doing right. She's taking care of herself and she getting the fuck on.
But it took her 8 years to realize that she got a dude that don't give a shit. What up,
And
Gemini?
that's why I say women should not be putting themselves in positions to be shacked up with no damn man, period.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't be. Okay, number one, you shouldn't be shacking up with a motherfucker, or even expecting marriage or marrying somebody that you don't even fucking know.
Well, I don't know
Straight
about
up.
that. 'Cause you can never know.
I'm just saying, if this is the type of person that would prefer to just sip on the milk instead of buying the fucking cow, and it took you 8 years to figure that shit out, what the hell were you focused on for the last 8 years?
She was focused on, I'm going to secure this spot. And it took her 8 years to realize that it probably wasn't going to happen.
Okay.
She's slow. You know, slow happens.
That's what I'm saying. So how you gonna blame this motherfucker because you slow? So now he gotta come home. This motherfucker gotta come home to his TV on the couch. Right? His TV on the couch. No hangers in the fucking closet. No linen on the motherfucking bed. And he can't even take a fucking hot shower. Like that shit just gonna spray his ass like a fucking fire hose because ain't no damn shower head. Like this shit is fucked up.
Well, I mean, he didn't have no damn hangers before she moved in, because he can go get his own hangers, and he ain't had no sheets before she moved in, because he put his old sheets on his bed, and he just go find the old shower head that was there before she bought that fancy one.
The least she could have did was reattach the motherfucker.
Yeah, she could have did that. She could have put the other shower head back on there.
You saw the way she had that shit, man.
Yeah,
shit. And I'm gonna say people don't.
You gotta put the video on the screen.
This is my life.
Hold on, I'm putting it on. Give me a second.
I know.
That's the way she left that shit. Just straight spray. Water hose.
Pipe water.
Straight water hose.
Ooh, that's some petty shit. He should have thought about these things. What did this woman contribute to this house?
I'd be like, damn. Thanks for making my decision to not marry your fucking petty crazy ass a lot easier. I don't like the way this woman communicates her emotions. For real.
That's hilarious. That is crazy.
I mean, at least she doesn't use like bleach and spray paint and shit. Like some.
She didn't tear up nothing. She just took her shit. Hey, it is what it is. He ain't broke. He ain't come home to no damage shit. He still got all his clothes.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. There might be a couple of bottles of cologne that she purchased for me, but hell no. You ain't taking my motherfucking deodorant. A man should be buying his own fucking deodorant and shit. You know, for real.
He said deodorant.
Yeah, she said if I bought it, gone. I know some of y'all chicks be dealing with some stank ass niggas and shit, so y'all gotta buy their deodorant and shit because of you know what I'm saying?
That is hilarious.
Dealing with my clients that a lot of people don't share what they're going through because they're embarrassed and it's very taboo.
Look at this shit. And that shower head she took, that bitch probably had all the motherfucking settings.
Yeah, so why she gonna leave her shower head? She bought that so she can have a nice, pleasant shower.
She ain't got no fucking crib. The fuck she need a shower head for? She ain't going no fucking where.
She was sharing the experience with him. So now she taking her experience with her.
This shit, man. Damn, man. It's been 8 years and no commitment. The fuck? There's been like, why did you expect to commit? So this is when I be saying you can't come and say a dude done changed when the only thing that really changed is her.
But that's what she said. She said because she had changed, she thought he would. And since he haven't, then she gotta go. So it took her 8 years to realize that wasn't it. And unfortunately, when he come home, he ain't gonna have that nice shower head no more. But that's a small price to pay because now this lady that expects all these things from him, he don't got to deal with that pressure no more. So he can find his new shower pressure with the new shower head that he go to Walmart and purchase.
That's what a motherfucker be saying, man. So he will come home and be pissed. Like, damn. That's the goal? Just make sure that nigga comes home pissed off because he didn't marry you?
No, why would he be pissed though?
So the remedy, why would he be pissed? Because his TV is on the fucking couch.
But he didn't buy the ankle for it, so you shouldn't be pissed because it ain't yours.
The TV's on the couch. There's no shower head in the fucking bathroom and shit. And this motherfucking no linen on the fucking bed.
And the woman is gone. That's great. So why should you expect any of that stuff to be there? If she gone, you should expect everything that came with her to be gone too.
Hey, this is when I would have to go. I would have to agree with Umar on this one. I'm sorry. If she leaving, she really shouldn't be taking anything except her vagina with her. Like, real shit.
But
you know what I'm saying? I'll let you get your hair and your fucking nails. Then you need to leave my shower head and my television mount, goddammit.
But it's not yours because you didn't buy it. It's hers.
Fuck that. I bought the goddamn I know I bought something you wearing right now.
Well, whatever he bought, if he want it, I'm sure she'll give it to him. If she taking the hangers off the clock.
And the sacredness and the divinity of the black woman's vagina. We must do that. Because if I look back, the situation I'm going through right now, brothers, I'm talking to my unapologetically African anti-snow bunny males right now. I'm talking to my unapologetically African anti-snow bunny males. The situation I'm going through right now is because at that time, 14 years ago and 23 years ago, I did not have the respect for the sacredness of the black woman's vagina like I should have. And the universe.
Yeah. That's what happens when you don't respect vagina. You might come home to no fucking shower head, man. No shower head, no hangers, television all on the fucking couch and shit. You know? Your 20-something-year-old kids airing your shit out all over the internet. This is fucked up.
Oh, I'm on mute.
He's taking them all. The fucking hangers, man. All that shit. Fitted sheets.
Hey, they her house? Look, if you don't want a woman to leave and take all your shit, you probably shouldn't let her buy shit in your house. I'm just saying. I think that's the reasonable thought process to this dilemma.
Yeah, we do that when we don't want them around. I'll agree. That's when you don't want them around. You don't give a fuck if they leave. Shit to kind of make people feel uncomfortable. But women do that too. People that don't want people around will make them feel uncomfortable purposely. You know, that's a people thing. You know, it's just, believe it or not, as women, y'all actually have an ability to do that shit better than we do. Y'all can ruin our day way easier than we can fuck up yours. And this shit right here just proves it. Like, I know what up, Kevin Kelly? I know there's a lot of niggas that will do some petty shit like this, but most of the time, those niggas smoke crack. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit. The niggas smoke crack or some shit. The niggas on drugs.
And my man, I said, who on drugs?
I'm just saying, niggas that do petty shit like this.
I mean, that's usually a dude that's, but I don't know. Look, I'm not against nobody taking their shit. Because people work hard for their money. Give me my shit. It's mine. I probably would have let him come home to no shower head. I probably would be like, I'm gonna be back at 6 p.m. to pick up this, and that. You can put this shit on the porch, so we ain't got to have no company.
That's what I want to know. It's like, damn, what does she expect? He been treating her the same way he been treating her for the last 8 years. What's
wrong with her saying that she can leave? What's wrong with her saying, you know what? I deserve this. I'm gonna get the fuck on.
She can leave. The fuck?
Yeah.
It's not a prison.
Go.
So
that's what's happening. So we shouldn't be upset because this is what happens when people say, you
she
know
took
what?
the fucking shower heads.
They heard she bought them.
She took the hangers.
Oh. They heard she bought them.
She took the damn bed sheets.
She
left the TV on the couch.
She didn't take the TV though. She took the anchor because she bought it. It's hers. So people can't take their stuff. You just gotta leave it. That's what we saying.
Man. Look at this shit. She took the shower curtains. She ain't even putting the fucking rod back. Or maybe she will. I don't know.
You know how much? No way she didn't say she was putting nothing back. She said that everything that she leaving. So she ain't say she was putting it back.
Maybe she putting the rod back, man. This motherfucker gotta come home and take a shower with no curtain, and then he gonna have to, I don't know, wipe up all that fucking water and shit off of the. Cause hey, that's the second bathroom. Cause that's clearly 2 bathrooms. One's a tub, you know what I'm saying, and the other one's a step-in shower. So it's either 2 separate bathrooms or just you know what I'm saying, it's a his and her. Yeah. This is pretty fucked up. She took it all. No tie, and she took the towels too.
They hers.
Man, this is the type of chick that'll take the light bulbs out of the fucking bathroom too. She'll take the fucking light bulbs, bro. That's why, hey, make sure, fellas, you cop night lights or some shit, man. Especially if you're gonna be in there with your chick, a motion night light or something. So that way you don't walk in pissed off and then you gotta take a piss or some shit, and then boom, you go to fucking flip the light on and you can't do it, and you still gotta. It's gonna be a motherfucker, and then you got to clean that shit up too. But then you gotta go get light bulbs and shit. Make sure you got all that shit, spare light bulbs, and night light, and everything. And in this case, make sure that you purchase the shit. Don't send her to buy shit. Because you might come home and none of that shit will be there.
Exactly. If you don't want a woman taking stuff out your house, then you need to purchase stuff for your own house.
Man, she took it all, man. This is
Same
fucked
thing
up.
you tell women when they go on dates. If you on the you stuck with the deal,
That's what
you
I
know, them
told him,
people, you got
Gemini.
enough
I'm
money.
like, yo, why don't you leave those fucking extensions or whatever? She might not have none. I'd be like, you better wash out that goddamn maroon hair dye you got, cause I paid for that shit too. Wash that shit out before you fucking go any goddamn where. I want that shit in the sink, bitch. Also, yeah, those nails on your fucking it. Yeah, let me get that. I want all 10 of them shits. All right. And here's some fucking remover. Yeah. What the hell do y'all use? Get that paint off your fucking feet too, off your toenails too. Real shit. She's videoing all of this shit because she said, "Hold up, we're gonna get into that real quick."
See what's really going on. Check this out. That's his TV, but guess what? I bought that anchor. Come with me to leave my 8 in here. Loving me more is I don't tolerate things. That's the hardest thing to do because I'm in love with this man, but I need to love me more. And part of loving me more is I don't tolerate things that I don't deserve, and I'm not going to settle. Not for him, not for anyone, not for anything in life, because I know what I deserve, and that is exactly why I left. And he still has not told his family. He hasn't told anybody. So hopefully this goes viral enough so that they can see what's really going on. Check this out.
Look at this shit, man.
I mean, that right there lets you know that he not blindsided. Because she said he still has not told his family, which means that she done told him she gonna get the hell out.
Mm-hmm.
So he ain't blindsided. He probably didn't think that she would take the shower head.
Man, he probably ain't told his family about her ass, man. Fuck that, man.
In 8 years, now that's crazy. Now that
Whatever.
would be crazy.
Whatever. You see, she had to leave his fish tank though, because
I
you know
mean,
she'd been
it's
talking hellish.
like,
She would have been talking hellish shit if she was able to take his damn fish tank. Or a slime ball ass motherfucker like her being and drained all the water out of that shit if she could.
or she'll just take the whole fish tank because it's hers.
Yeah, and left the fish in a bag. She'll leave him in a fucking bag.
Or she just take the fish.
Leave a stopper in the
practically
sink.
just to
Let
take
their
the whole
ass
tank.
swim around in the fucking kitchen sink on some
Hey,
slimy ass
you know?
shit. She'll leave a sign on the refrigerator, a note on the refrigerator saying "P.S. Feed the fish." Feed the fish. Mean ass. For real, man. I'm just saying, man. I get it. You want a ring and shit like that. But if you gonna show a man that you can be this fucking mean, why the fuck? Do y'all know we scared as fuck to marry a fucking chick that goddamn mean? No, this is not how you get a motherfucker to marry you. This is how you get a motherfucker to sigh relief. Cause let's keep it real. That motherfucker will go to Home Depot and spend $150 and replace all that shit. And the bed linen is gonna cost him a little more, depending on what size bed he is. That shit didn't even look like a decent fucking bed. It's just like queen size shit. So that's no big deal.
You know what I'm saying? What he mad for? Just go replace the shit.
But that's what I'm saying, man. He ain't tripping about this chick, man. Yeah.
Right.
What's up, Mule?
And if that's what she needs to do for her to feel better, oh well, that's what happens. Breakups are not easy.
Man,
It
she
is what it
mean
is.
as fuck, man. Hey, if you take my goddamn shower, you mean in a motherfucker, man, and you petty, man. For real.
She petty, but I wouldn't say she mean. She pays for that shit. It's her money. She can take her shit, man. Hers.
And this shit mean. Mean.
I mean, it's mean to sit up there and know somebody won't marry you and not give it to them and not let them go. That's mean too.
I mean,
So,
I don't think he knew. Because it's like, okay, if she gave him that ultimatum, she would have been gone already, right?
But she did. That's why she taking her shit. It took her 8 years to figure out that this nigga playing with her. Some people slow. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no way in hell. Bitch, you got 365 days to make a pimp decision.
I'm just saying, he ain't just playing with her. She playing with him, too.
She playing with herself. She playing with herself. She ain't playing with him. She let him do whatever he want to do with her, and now that she done finally decided that she feel like she got to get back some type of way. So she said
if he won't marry me, it's another man out here that will.
Exactly. It just took her 8 years to realize that shit.
Fuck out of here! Not after seeing this shit. I know it's some niggas in her fucking
that wouldn't even put no woman
like
in
that.
this position. Well, no, there are some men that wouldn't even let a woman emotions get that goddamn far. So that's his bad. If he was my homeboy, I'd be laughing at his ass. Boy, I clown shit out of here. If he took your house, nigga. Ah, that's hilarious. She petty as hell though. But she about it. It's hers.
Isn't it? She said because he won't marry her. I'm telling you, man, this is some terrorist shakedown tactics and shit like that. I don't see how that works.
Terrorist shakedown. What?
Yeah.
What? Taking some fingers ain't gonna make nobody marry you. Get out of here. Shower head probably cost $20, $25, $40 at the most.
I mean, because
that's not gonna make nobody marry you.
God complex that people in this world and in this day and age actually have. And I think social media has contributed to this shit because people believe that because they can get a bunch of likes and shit like that on a fucking video, they can sway the opinions and the mindsets and they can just change other people. You can't make somebody fucking marry you. Can't do that. You might be able to scare the fuck out of them. They might be scared of losing something that you offer, and then they might say, you know what? Okay, Gina, I will marry you on some shit like that. But you don't want that because you don't want that. It's on some fucked up pretenses. So I think people need to understand that if the motherfucker don't want to marry you, it's because he don't want to marry you. There's nothing you can do to just make him want to fucking marry you. But at this point,
that's why she leaving.
At this point, after 8 years, what I think it's pretty rich to expect him to want to accept what the fuck you got. How the fuck you gonna say that you are in love with the
why
dude?
She gotta accept that? Why she can't leave and be available to the man that will marry her? Why she gotta accept that shit?
What do you mean available to the man that will marry her? She been with one dude for the last 8 fucking years. She willing to start over.
And that dude not gonna marry her, so she willing to start over because she want a damn family. So why she gotta accept? Oh well, I ain't gonna never give married, so I'm gonna just stay in this situation where I contribute and I still don't never get no legal justification for being with this mother. Why she gotta accept that? She don't gotta accept that. She can leave and she can start over because it's somebody that ain't gonna make her wait 8 years for marriage.
Yeah, there's some people that ain't gonna. There's some people that's gonna make her ass wait until the fucking state laws just allow fucking for common law. That's it. They ain't gonna marry her fucking ass at all. And why should they? She'll live with a motherfucker for 8 years and keep giving it up all day, every fucking day, and then bitch about it 8 years later.
Or maybe she learned her lesson from these 8 years that she's not gonna make the same mistake. People don't have to accept shit just because they fucked up and that's crazy. She decided to fucking leave. It took her 8 years to realize that what she was doing was some dumb shit. And she left. And to a man, I understand, for a man, that might be hard to digest or swallow because men are not very receptive to change, especially when it comes to a relationship. But nigga, that woman been sitting up here telling your ass she wanted to make the shit legal. And your ass didn't want to do it for whatever reason you didn't want to do it. So
now, what you mean she been telling them? What you mean she been telling them?
She said in there.
She been telling us. I don't think she been telling him shit.
No, that's not true. Because you can tell based on what she said. She said he still hasn't told his family implies that him and her have been having conversations about this. So he's not blindsided it out. Some men just don't want to be married. They don't want the responsibility that comes with it. They scared of this shit. It is what it is. But they just don't want to be married at all. But why she got to accept that this man just want to have her in a certain position perpetually when she want more than that? She don't have to accept that. And if she decided that she wanted to leave 20 years later, oh, the fuck well. She not obligated to stay there. You know when you get obligation when you walk a motherfucker down the aisle and say, I do. You got a little bit more leverage on telling the motherfucker that, hey, you ain't got no, you have to accept X, Y, Z, which they still don't have to, but you have a little bit more leverage at that point. He has no leverage. That ain't her motherfucking husband. She ain't even any given time.
What'd you have to do to make a motherfucker? What'd you have to do to make a motherfucker marry you? What'd you have to do?
What you have to do?
What'd you have to do to make him marry you?
What you have to do to make? I don't gotta do shit to make no motherfucker marry me.
I knew that. I knew. Yeah, you could have answered that with one fucking word. Nothing. You didn't have to do anything.
No, nothing.
He just fucking did it. In other words, it ain't possible. You can't make somebody marry you. Like, this shit ain't fucking possible.
No, you cannot.
Trying to get out of this shit. And what's the purpose of wanting to fucking show and tell his family and all of this other shit if your only concern is being gone and being focused on yourself? Why you worried about a fucking viral video or his family knowing some shit? You just said
you created a relationship.
She had to care about herself, and now it's about other folks. It's about a video viral. It's about what his family knows and what they don't, and it's because
people have. But if people develop relationships with other people and people care what other folks think about them, that's a part of being. That's part of it.
I expect these types of whimsicalities and shit from women. I just do, because you guys are
whimsicalities.
Yeah, I'm just saying y'all are emotional like that, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because you felt she felt one way about the dude, and she felt that way, and probably felt a bunch of different ways. But that's what kept her ass around 8 years, because of how she was feeling. And now she's leaving and taking shower heads and curtains and fucking bedspreads and TV mounts and shit with her because of how she's feeling. And her feelings are whimsical, and shit's changed with the fucking weather. So 1 minute she's in love. You just heard it on the 2-minute video. 1 minute she's in love with the motherfucker. The next minute she's pissed that she ain't married. The next minute she's taking goddamn shower curtains and all that other shit, and she just wants a fucking viral video. She's just feeling shit.
Well, she never said she wasn't in love with him.
But
even while she was doing that, she's still in love with him. But it's the principle. The principle is, motherfucker, you ain't gonna never marry me. I need to get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm. But then you have motherfuckers like Umar that come and say that he's in this situation. He's already said, well, he said first it was because he didn't respect the black woman's vagina. And then he said, well, before that, he said, because he would not marry the mothers of his daughters. Remember that?
Yeah, that's what he said, but I don't know how true that shit is. Because Miss Vegan has come out on social media a couple of times. That's the second baby mama and gone on Umar and got on Umar ass. So, like in the comment section, she ain't getting no videos or nothing like that. But none of that sounded like she wanted to marry his ass. So I don't know what the hell he want to be on. He want to be on some more shit.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. I expect this types of whimsicality. This types of whimsical behavior. You know what I'm saying, from women, because you guys can be all emotionally driven. But what the fuck are these grown ass niggas excuses? To just be doing shit at 40 years old, 40 and 50 years old because of how the fuck they're feeling. Aww.
Well, he said he didn't respect the vagina, so this is his explanation about how he got
how much. Now let me ask you this: when you hear that, the respect for the black woman's vagina, the African woman's vagina, and all of that, what the fuck do you think about that? Do you think that's the issue?
Like crazy.
I was about to say, and if that is the issue, that he didn't have the proper respect for the black woman's vagina, what type of respect do you think he should have had for the black woman's vagina?
Well, first of all, I think it's the respect for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because if you respect yourself and you respect your seed, you can drop seed in any fucking woman. So it ain't about respecting her vagina. It's about him respecting himself. He ain't got no respect for himself. Because if a man understands that his sperm is a seed that will produce his legacy, he found value in it. He wouldn't just shoot up the club on any random ass bra.
I'm just saying.
Men that don't take care of their kids with women that they done knocked up is because they don't respect that woman or what comes out of her. Which means he ain't respect himself. Because why would you not want to take care of something that you help create?
Well, before you can respect a woman and what comes out of her, you have to respect herself. You have to respect yourself. And what the fuck comes out of you?
Right. That's what I'm saying. It ain't about
what comes out of you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It ain't about respecting her vagina, because if you respect yourself, you can't respect hers by default. He don't respect himself, and then that's a conversation that a lot of men don't get.
But I know plenty of dudes that might still not respect. Well, I'm not gonna say plenty, but I know enough dudes that still might not respect, quote unquote, the black woman's vagina, but they love their damn kids.
That's because he respects himself. And if he just looking at her as some cool,
they'll tell you straight up. You mention a baby mama name or ex-wife's name or something, they'll tell you straight, I hate that bitch. Who? That bitch? They'll refer to like, nah, I'll refer to her as that bitch. Like I know a few niggas like that. But when it come to their kids,
right.
hell no.
They love their kids. Right. Because those children come from them, they respect they see. They respect that which they help create. Mm-hmm. But if you don't have that respect for yourself, then you don't care about nothing that come out that damn woman.
And that's what I've been trying to tell a lot of the niggas in this space. I mean, you don't have to share my sentiments, but I believe that's the conversation that a lot of the men should be having. But stop trying, just like Kevin Samuels used to say. Let me get back to that little still shot. Hold up. Okay, so just like Kevin Samuels would say, right? He would say the whole hold up. I got to get back to that. Hold up. I just lost my train of thought. But
you saying that you think the men should be having a certain type of conversation, that you was leaking Kevin Samuels to the conversation that they should be having.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, just like when them chicks would have to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10, but can't use 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I would challenge all of the dudes in this space, right, to have this conversation about what Dr. Umar is going through, or a lot of niggas, because this is why a lot of motherfuckers are saying that shit, because a lot of these motherfuckers can relate to this shit, you know, for whatever reason. Either they're being kept away from their children, or they're just too embarrassed to call their kids, or they are that fucking kid that was abandoned or kept away from one parent, or whatever the case may be, right? So just like they have to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10, but they can't use 7, I would tell dudes, what are your solutions to this issue right here? And you can't mention that woman. Like his 22-year-old and 15-year-old daughter, what the fuck do you think he should do? And he can't mention their mothers. You can't mention their mothers. Because I can give you I can give you a bunch of different solutions to that fucking situation. At this point, right now, that motherfucker's going through, that wouldn't include their mothers at all. Because I personally don't think there is a solution that includes their mothers. I don't think there is one. That's just him building a relationship with his daughters. Yeah, that's him building a relationship with his daughters. But that's what I would challenge them dudes to do. Just like those women have to rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10 and can't use 7. Fellas, what the fuck are you going to do about raising your kids and you can't mention their mothers?
take a lot of this off of the value of sperm. And no conversations about the value of sperm.
Yeah, you bored.
You just shoot it off. That's
You got some Borg. Cause I'm just like, look at this shit.
A virgin at 22 years old. A lot of y'all can't say that shit. And yes, I'm fucking bragging, cause y'all be out here fucking anything walking. I'm 22 years old, y'all, and I'm still a virgin. Can't no man ever say that they touched me, had sex with me, or seen my fucking body. Y'all wanna know why? Cause I'm waiting till fucking marriage. That's why. I'm not out here having sex with nobody. Cause if I get pregnant, guess who the responsibility gonna be on? Me. Me. Not him. Me. And this is another thing, because a lot of y'all like to say, oh, well, just get an abortion. Getting an abortion has a huge emotional impact on the woman, because you got to understand, it's like you just killed your own child. Y'all think that getting an abortion just solves all the problems. It's a lot of women out there that have gotten abortions that regret that shit to this day, because that's your child. That's your child. Of course a nigga can say, hey, here, I'll give you the money for abortion, go to Planned Parenthood, get an abortion. It's easy for him to say he not having the fucking child, it's you. It's emotional trauma. A lot of women that have had abortions regret that shit to this fucking day. You can ask them.
Damn. She just said you can ask them. It's a damn shame. She's had more conversations with women that have deleted their fucking children than she's had with her own goddamn father, man. Goddamn shame, man.
The problem. This is the problem with a lot of the moms out here. Y'all let y'all sons do whatever the they want, but let y'all have a daughter. Y'all coddle y'all sons. Y'all let y'all sons do whatever the they want, but as soon as y'all got a daughter, y'all want her to be held to the certain standard. Stop doing that. A lot of the out here, they run around, they don't got no responsibility. They out here getting pregnant and not there for the children. Then y'all want to put it on the daughter to have a fucking abortion when you was in the bed laying with her having sex. Get your sons in check, because when y'all don't get your sons in check, y'all have something similar to this. People that don't take care of their child and want to get on the internet and get validation from people that don't even know you. Stop enabling stupid behavior, because it's not cool. It's not cool. Y'all put all the responsibility on the women when these are the same that go around having sex with all these different people. It's not cute and it's not cool.
What's up, Queen? Queen, you on mute.
Can you hear me?
I can now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was driving through the weeds. But I was saying, I think there's not enough conversation about the value of sperm. And it's like you can just shoot that shit off anywhere and it's okay. But that's a legacy. And I don't think that those conversations are had enough, and that's why these men gonna have unprotected sex with all these different women as if it's not there for Jesus. There's more value put upon a woman's womb, and it should be value on both. Because both of them are equally important, especially when it comes to rearing a child. Ain't no child, father's just important. Around. What happened? What's funny?
Nah, they said you done burnt that mic up.
Man, I'm driving through the woods. Y'all know I live in the country.
Fuck you driving through the woods.
Sorry.
You about to go delete dinner?
No, I ain't deleting no dinner. I'm dropping
You
it
gotta,
off
you
when I
gotta,
go
you
to
gotta go
bed.
put
You
a
know,
bullet in
yesterday.
your fucking dinner before you take that shit home. Skin it, you know what I'm saying? Pluck it, skin it, and fucking cook it.
No, I go to the grocery store. Shit. I'm
So all
taking
your
my
meat
daughter
got a
friend home.
barcode. All your meat got a UPC code. That's what I'm talking about.
Hold on. Oh, shit.
Shit bad. Let's hear a little bit more of what Kevin's got to say before we get up out of here.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks.
That's what they do. Gentlemen, I have become your best line of defense. You want to screen a woman? All you have to do is say, "Oh, what kind of content do you watch online?" And if she says she does not watch me, go ahead and leave.
Holy shit, look at that.
That motherfucker say, hey, this nigga Kevin Samuels said you ask a chick what type of content does she consume online. And if she said she don't watch Kevin, he said then leave that bitch. Yo, y'all heard it. If your woman don't watch him, leave her ass. You heard that shit, Queen?
I did.
Rabbit.
You hear me?
Best line of defense. You want to screen a woman? All you have to do is say, "Oh, what kind of content do you watch online?" And if she says she does not watch me, go ahead and leave.
Holy shit, look at that rabid hyena just ripping this guy's nuts off.
If she doesn't watch my content, guys, what do you think that means? If she doesn't watch my content, or if she does watch my content and she has a problem with it, what do you think that means? What do you guys think that means? That means she's already pre-screened to not be one for you.
Yo, you niggas fell for that shit, dog. Y'all niggas fell for that shit right there. Ass niggas. Yeah. I'm sorry. I got to laugh at y'all niggas. Real shit. Y'all motherfuckers about to die alone. Real shit. Y'all about to die alone. Or you about to have some high value chasing IG model or some shit.
That's crazy.
That's what the fuck he does. Like, this is one of his monologues or whatever, but then he just opens up the fucking panel and lets a bunch of women call in, and he tells them how to snag themselves a high value fucking man and get what the fuck they want out of them without having to really give up much shit. Think about that shit, man. Why the fuck would you want a woman that goddamn consume Kevin Samuels content on a consistent goddamn basis, even when this motherfucker was alive? Like, real shit. I guess you want one of these. One of these, what I call a skilled liar.
Relationship.
You know? What I call the skilled liar. She lied to herself for 8 fucking years. And then one day, she just got sick of lying. She got sick of lying to that nigga, got sick of lying to her fucking self, and decided to pull the fucking shower heads and the shower heads out of the fucking bathrooms and pull the damn hangers out the fucking closet and pull all the damn linen off the bed and pull the goddamn TV off the wall and get the fuck out of there. Because she's sick of lying. She's sick of lying to herself. She's sick of lying to that motherfucker. That's what the fuck you about to snag. I did everything Kevin told me to. I was fit, feminine, friendly. Did gain a couple extra, you know what I'm saying, a couple extra creases. But it's all good. He liked it. He said he liked it. It was soft. I at least stayed feminine and friendly. And he ain't married me.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Hey. Work on you. Fuck that. You call this a tip on hygiene?
And yes, you also need to put your index finger, your middle finger, up and around your bunghole a little bit, nigga.
That's the tip on hygiene and image. I get it, man. Fellas, wash your ass. I don't think you shouldn't need your finger though. That's just nasty. You know, it's fucking nasty, man. But either way,
your butthole?
Hey, that's what the fuck Kevin said, man. No, that's what Kevin said. Kevin said a lot of weird, questionable, crazy ass fucking shit.
Well, I be wondering why people would sit up there swearing he was the man to listen to.
That motherfucker just said you need to find a woman that consumes his fucking content, man.
That's because they be making them women. You know, I have encountered some of these people that made the women that they was involved with listen to certain manosphere content creators on a consistent basis, and that's to make them women psychologically believe that they are in a certain position and status, so they will accept certain things that they probably wouldn't accept otherwise. It's fucked up. Like brainwashed.
I'm just saying, man, these niggas are that fucked up, man, that they actually took a bunch of this shit to heart, thinking that the content was really for them and for something other than fucking entertainment. That shit was some shit to make you fucking feel good. As far as men winning at 40, nah, a lot of you niggas are losers at 40, you're gonna be losers at 50. And you were also losers at 30, you were losers at 25, you were losers at 20. We gave you a pass because you were young and you still had time in front of you. But at this point, by the time a lot of you motherfuckers hit 40 and 45, you done live fucking half of your lifetime, 2/3 of your lifetime. That's a wrap, nigga. You're a fuck up. Y'all niggas know who I'm talking to.
You gonna
That's
put
it.
no name on the Etsy?
And I know it makes the hell nah. Them niggas want me to put a fucking name on it, man. Fuck them niggas, man. They know who the fuck I'm talking about. You know? Fuck them. You know? But I know that made a lot of these niggas feel good when that nigga told them chicks, hey, get a dog, you gonna die alone. Which I don't even deny that shit. There are a lot of chicks that are just gonna have that dog and they are going to fucking die alone, either because they're too fucking demanding, they want to get, they don't want to give, there is no compromising with them. Real shit. I get that. You know? But that's some shit for them to figure out. Fellas, y'all got some shit y'all need to motherfucking figure out too. Real shit, because a lot of you motherfuckers are gonna die alone with no dog. With no dog. And just because you got a space on the internet where you can come up here and cry and whine and complain about that shit does not mean that that shit ain't gonna fucking happen, man. And the only people you gonna have to console your ass and agree with you is a bunch of other lonely ass fuck up ass niggas on this bitch.
That part.
Now, there's nothing wrong with that as long as you can accept that. Like, fuck it, man. I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? I am who I am. This is what I become. Hey, and live with that shit. Hey, somebody's either gonna fucking want you for you, or you might just fucking die alone. What the fuck? You're just gonna have to be cool with that. That's what it is to have a fucking standard. It's like, yo, you can either meet the terms of my deal, or there is no fucking deal. And maybe
Don't everybody die alone.
Say what?
Don't everybody die alone. Don't everybody die alone.
Not necessarily.
I ain't never known death to be a joint effort.
I mean, just because you don't die alone does. Okay, so most people don't, like, you might not die with somebody, I might not die at the same day you die, but if my wife is right there by my goddamn bedside, I didn't technically die alone. You know? You feel me?
Yeah, but see, do you have to have a romantic partner to not die alone? Like,
I mean,
people say
I mean, I think that's. I'm just saying, a lot of these niggas, I know it made them feel good to tell them chicks, hey man, winter's coming, you're gonna get a dog, you're gonna die alone, but a lot of you niggas are just gonna get a fucking YouTube channel. And y'all motherfuckers are gonna die alone. A lot of you motherfuckers are gonna get blow up dolls and die alone. Like, real shit. It just is what it is. Because there's a lot of shit in the middle that gets left out of this shit. That's what I'm talking about, just the growth. You know, the discomfort and shit like that. Accountability is a motherfucker, and it's not just something that these women refuse to take. I see a lot of dudes on this motherfucker that refuse to either, number one, take accountability, or number two, hold other men accountable. You know, for the situations that they're in. Just like DS1 said when he was up here. You know, at some point, man, you know, these motherfuckers like this shouldn't even be able to fucking to chill. They shouldn't even be accepted in an arena full of fucking in an arena of functional men. They shouldn't even be accepted in that shit, man. Like, they should be clown checked immediately. Like, immediately. Just because you don't speak how you fucking move. And on top of that shit, man, even if you up here saying some bullshit, and I get it, a lot of people don't speak how they move. It's social media, so it's the internet. A lot of people are just gonna talk. I can't just mute everybody's voice. That's a hypocrite. And fuck it. Sometimes it's truth to the bullshit that even hypocrites say. So I get that. You can still be a content creator without living that shit. Just like them rappers, they rap about lives they've never lived. I get it. But at the same time, nigga, you got shit to do, bro. Like, you got shit to do. That's what I would tell a man at 40 going through shit like Umar's going through, or 50 years old. Like, bro, why the fuck are you still online talking? This just proves that your priorities aren't straight. I don't give a fuck about what the fuck you got to say about what happened 20 something or 15 years ago with your children's mothers. I don't give a fuck. What the fuck are you doing today, and why the fuck haven't you called your daughters?
Yeah, that's great.
That's it. I don't care about that. I get that, because that time done passed. That time done passed. That was before. Maybe you made some mistakes that you regret. Maybe you did some shit and you know you could have done it differently. I get it. Cool. The fuck are you doing today? Oh, you still on the internet talking to me? Nigga, you ain't learned shit. You ain't learned shit. You still up here talking? You still up here talking to a bunch of fucking strangers? And you got a daughter? On this bitch, you talking about, shout out to all of your beautiful black African queens. What'd he say? What'd he say? Fucking African queens forever or some shit? Snow bunnies never? Pan-African women forever?
Black queens forever. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never.
And all of this fucking shit. But yet you got a fucking daughter all on the internet talking shit about you. Talking shit about motherfuckers who follow you, and talking shit about motherfuckers that look like you and people that was raised like you. Because I'm gonna be 100, man. I think his daughter hit the nail right on the fucking head when she said that shit. It ain't even just niggas like his issue. It's the motherfuckers raising him. Just like I said, yo, fellas, you can't be complaining about Keisha and you don't complain about Keisha's daddy.
She a virgin.
Whatever.
So that's
Believe that shit if
a
you fuck.
test.
I don't believe that shit, but it's okay. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna talk under Umar's daughter's, you know what I'm saying, clothes or none of that shit.
Ooh,
Whatever.
thank you, because somebody needs to fool with it, okay?
Yeah, I didn't like the way he was talking to her, but I will just leave it at that. I don't believe that shit. You know, I don't believe that 22 fucking years old. You know what I'm saying? Miss me with that. But at the same time, but if that's the case, hey, I'm glad for her that she's saving it. Cool. But at the same time, you can't be mad at these women that fucking either hate black men or scared of black men or don't trust black men or think that you niggas ain't shit or just want to get your ass for some child support or some money or whatever the case may be. Hold up. Yeah, I can't drop the link in Queen's channel, but Queen can drop the link.
Somebody wants the link. My bad, y'all.
Butterfly wanted the link. I've dropped it a few times, but I can't for whatever reason. It's
my
not
bad. I get it.
Nation. Yeah.
Hold on. Okay.
So, but that's all I'm saying. Don't tell me that bullshit. You know, this is about grown ass men. And remember, I said that shit on my show last week, and I'm gonna put this Umar shit to bed. You know, after this, I really didn't want to spend too much time talking about it. But a lot of these niggas' messages are just fucked up, and they disguise themselves as elders. No, they're not elders. They're just old niggas.
Umar ain't no goddamn elder. He ain't old enough to be no fucking elder. He just a stupid ass nigga talking shit.
At some point between 40 and 50, you know what I'm saying, especially men and women too, though. Women too should be trying to transition into eldership. Like, you should be preparing to transition eldership. But at this point, when you still up here, you know what I'm saying, you still up here talking all this shit and all of the walls are closed, like them shits are falling down, like real shit. The curtain is up. We know there ain't no Wizard of Oz. Like, this is just a motherfucker with some smoke and some mirrors and shit. Like, we know that. I'm just saying, you can't complain about what the fuck these women are doing and you don't have any issues with the daddies that abandoned them.
Hey, Queen. Hi. How you guys doing?
What's going on?
So the thing that it really gets me is when I hear the men say that women are going to die alone with their cats and their dogs, but they don't take into account why women are making choices to live alone. It's not that they are like, oh, okay, I can't get a guy, so thus I must live alone. Women are making choices to live alone. And the fact of the matter about dying alone, everybody dies alone. You don't go to the same, even if you, let's just say you were on a train and the train collides and lots of people die on a train. Even in those circumstances, you don't die with people because all of your energy goes back to whatever source, whatever ancestry you come from, whatever planet you come from, you're still going alone. So it doesn't matter whether you have somebody sitting right there. My grandpa had 9 children. And when he passed away at 92, he passed away cup in his ear at his kitchen table by himself, listening to Johnny Carson. At the time, it was in the 1980s when he passed away. And when they found him, he was sitting with his cigarette that he rolled, his tobacco that he rolled, because he used to roll his own cigarettes with his own tobacco. And he was at the kitchen table and he died alone. Listen, everybody dies alone. And to make that be some kind of come up for dudes to say that to women, that they're going to die alone, as if that's a fear tactic. It's like what religions try to do, saying you're going to go to hell if you don't serve Christianity or you don't do this and that, you're going to go to hell. They're all fear tactics. It's all fear mongering.
All right. So Pure, let me ask you this, since you just got up here. What do you think about this right here? Because I would agree with you there. That's like a fear tactic, and I don't agree with it neither, right? But check out this fear tactic. Hold up. This fear tactic right here. And she's like, look, I'll take your fucking shower heads, I'll take your hangers, I'll take your TV off the wall, nigga. I'll leave your motherfucking ass if you don't marry me. What about that for your taxes?
I feel like that she's out of pocket because, okay, so how many years did she spend with this man?
She said 8 years. Is that correct?
So 8 years. 8 years she spent with him. So for 8 years he was good enough to be with, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and then all of a sudden marriage was her trying to like take everything out of the house and fear him in, you know, like, let's just say he was on the fence. Let's say he told her no, he didn't want to get married, but let's just say he was on the fence and be like, oh, okay, you know, maybe I'm thinking about it. Let me give me some time. Her doing that without him being there, that type of mistrustful thing is never going to make that man want to marry you. If anything, he might go out in 3 months and marry another woman because that's usually what happens, right?
This shit all the time. I'm like, yo, this is just like in sales.
So
Like,
you not telling him how you feel. It's okay to move out, right? And she can pack her shit if she wants, but doing it in secrecy like that builds no confidence and no trust. So if he was on the fence about marriage, he's not now. And the chances of them ever getting back together and ever getting married is probably 0, right? So what she could have done, she could have told him how she felt, that she felt like she needed to separate herself from him because they're looking for 2 different things, and then packed her shit up in front of him. Why is she not packing her shit up in front of him unless he's abusive? That I don't know. Is he abusive?
Queen said that didn't matter, even though I was like, I think it did matter that she waited until that motherfucker was at work to do that.
I feel it does
I
because
think
it doesn't.
that's aggressive tactic.
That's the manipulative part of it. No,
that's manipulative. To me, I'm seeing it as manipulation. I don't see it as manipulation if he's been beating her, if he's been abusive to her. Then yeah, you would do it in secrecy because you don't want to get beat. However, if that's not your dynamic in your relationship and you wait for him to go to work to do that, yeah, that's manipulation.
Maybe she don't want to argue about taking her damn shower heads.
I mean, that's a possibility. She probably doesn't want to argue with him, but in the same token, she's given him no respect either. So you had enough. Okay, well, let me just say this. You had enough respect for him to ask if he's going to marry you, and you would have married him had he said yes. But when he said no, now you don't have no respect. All of a sudden, you have no respect.
Yeah, what respect?
Hold up, she's about to tell us why right here.
I didn't expect that to become anything. So let me explain of why I left while he was at work. So I love this man. I still love this man. I think my problem is that I try to sympathize. I always try to put myself in somebody else's shoes. And I know things that other people don't know. And I feel like I make excuses for his behavior, even though like there's no excuse. But to me, it's that he doesn't know how to regulate his emotions. So he acts in anger. So I'm not trying to justify anything, but this is why like I feel the way that I do. Okay. So anyway, so on New Year's Eve, it had hit me that this wasn't going to work. I was very mature. I told him, you know, basically like, hey, this is not going to work. Like, I kind of was a little bit, you know what? We're not even going to get into that because we don't got time in this video. So I thought that because he doesn't know how to regulate his emotions, that he loved me enough to come back to this conversation like the next day or a couple days after. And I just thought that he would, I don't know, like have an epiphany or something.
Oh, this part too?
That is not what happened at all. So
that's extremely manipulative. Right.
I think it's manipulative.
She said, I thought that he would have an epiphany and all of that. Like, she trying to literally control the fucking actions and mental fucking like mindset of another motherfucker.
Okay, can I say something else? Can I add to that? So if she did it on the last day being with him, thinking he would have an epiphany, this is not the first time she's been manipulative with him. This is not the first time she's done weird shit with him, because it's already in her to do it.
Mhm.
She's already talking about she thought he would get an epiphany and she could force him into marriage, basically.
Epiphany when she took the shower heads away.
Check this out, right? Now I can't speak for women, right?
Uh-huh.
I can't even speak for all men, but I'll speak for myself. If I feel as though, or I believe somebody is fucking trying to manipulate me, like when she said that motherfucker acting out of anger, like I feel like you're trying to use manipulative fucking tactics, I probably will cuss you the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
So you call that shit anger if you want to, but that's just basic fucking cause and effect.
Well,
You
just
try to
imagine that he comes home and he has a home environment that he's used to, or at least that he's been used to for sure 5 years. And she takes the sheets off the bed, she takes the blankets off the bed, probably takes the bed. I don't even know if did you get to the point where she took the mattress and the bed and everything and packed it up. She takes the towels, she takes the shower head. Taking the shower head and the towels and all that stuff is being manipulative. It's showing she has no care for him, right?
No,
Because
her shit. If she can take her shit with her, that's crazy. If
okay, that's fine. That's fine. She can take. Okay, I get that, Queen. I get that, Queen.
Because if you don't want me, you don't want nothing that comes with me.
I get you on that. However, she's also shows him that in 5 years she doesn't give a shit about him because she left him not one towel to bathe with or washcloth.
Oh,
right?
You don't give a fuck about me. Why should I care about anything you got going on?
Who said he didn't care about her? She's saying
she about her.
How?
He cannot. How the fuck do you know a woman wants to be married for 8.5 years and you don't give it to her? Like, why do she don't owe him no consistency. She done gave him 8.5 years of her life, which I think is stupid on her part. But
okay, yeah, I do too.
You've been benefiting for everything that she brought into the house. All the love, the care, the nurturing, and the resources that she put into the house. You have benefited from for 8.5 years. And the only thing she wanted you to do was make y'all situation solid. And you can't give her that. She don't owe him shit. She
definitely got what she wanted. She definitely got what she wanted when she took everything with her, because now if he ever thought that he wanted to be with her, now he knows he does not, because she showed him she gives no fucks about him when she leaves.
Like, for real. It's like that Ace Ventura shit. Like, if I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer type shit. For real. And that's it. He just wanted to see it. Hey, if she wait a little bit fucking longer. She said she had the conversation with him. I just think it's extremely manipulative. It's one thing to have a conversation with somebody and be like, look, this is where I am. Where are you? You know, where are you? Here's where I would prefer that this go. Where do you prefer it go?
Right.
Like a year from that's a little too much like an adult conversation. But to just say, yeah, well, I kind of hinted at this and said this or whatever, and I thought he would have an epiphany and he didn't. So you tried to fucking put a thought.
So wait, she hinted to marriage, didn't even ask him, are we getting married? None of that conversation took place.
She wouldn't give all the details. Listen.
And I know things that other people don't know.
Hold on.
I think my problem is that I try to sympathize. I always try to put myself in somebody else's shoes. And I know things that other people don't know. And I feel like I make excuses for his behavior, even though like there's no excuse. But to me, it's that he doesn't know how to regulate his emotions. So he acts in anger. So I'm not trying to justify anything, but this is why like.
You can stop right there. I'm going to tell you what I see from that conversation. You know what I see from that conversation?
Go ahead.
Okay. She says he can't regulate his emotions, but when she packed all her shit up and left while he was at work, was that somebody that has regulated their emotions? Was her emotions regulated at that moment?
Yeah, her emotions was regulated. She turned his house. She said she took everything. She took the shit that she paid for. She didn't turn up his house. She didn't take none of his shit.
Hold on. We already broke that shit down. She was 3 different places emotionally on just that 2-minute video that she did tearing his shit up. She said 1 minute You know what I'm saying? She was mad that he wouldn't marry her, but she wanted to take all of her shit and be gone. Then
she's an emotional manipulator, and she doesn't regulate her own emotions. I can see right through her, psychically see her. She does not regulate her emotions. She does not.
Said that she was in love with this man. She said, "I am still in love with this man." Okay, so she was pissed off.
He better watch out, because if he starts dating somebody else, she's going to be hell on earth.
This man will not marry her. Mad enough to leave his ass. I'm talking about take all her shit, be gone, plus some of the shit that they shared. Gone.
Yes.
Then the next minute, okay, she's talking about she's doing this video so it goes viral and some family members can see it. So she wants attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She wants attention after that.
Agreed.
All right, and then
because I asked why is the video? I said
she also said I am in love with this man. So her emotions are all over the fucking place. That's what I mean. She is whimsical as fuck. And the difference is,
did she go back?
No, she's acting on whimsical emotions.
Yeah, she is.
I don't think she's acting on no whimsical emotions after 8.5 years.
He's probably not processing her emotions the way she wants him to. Like, he's not processing hers. That's why she said I thought he would just have an epiphany. Like, he's not processing her emotions the way he wants her to, or the way she wants him to.
Yeah.
But it's like sexuality, you ain't processing your own emotions, motherfucker. And you mad at him?
I'm not giving none of these shit no pain.
In your ears.
No, after 8.5 years.
Does she have a reason? Does she have a reason to be angry after 8.5 years? Probably. Because she spent 8.5 years, but why would she spend 8.5 years? That's on her, right?
Because she's stupid.
If she if she wanted marriage prior to the 8.5 years, then she should have pushed the envelope before the 8.5 year time frame, right?
If she wanted marriage, she shouldn't have never moved in a house with you.
That part too, I agree with you. However, this woman is highly manipulative. I can see everything she's speaking. She is projecting from her own energy and her own persona. She's projecting onto him all the things that she is. She is the one that cannot regulate her emotions, because I can see it from her actions, what she's done. She's the one that is not caring, because when she left, she was being vindictive when she took the fucking the faucet, what do you call those on the shower head off, when she took the towels, when she took the sheets, when she took everything out the fucking house. She was not being caring. She was not being caring. So she can sit and say he's not caring. Okay, she doesn't have to be. So she does not have to be queen, but I'm just
trying to figure out where is this. Oh well, you know.
Can I finish? She does not have to be. If she's done, she's done. However, she can't sit and say she was the one that was. She's manipulative. She is a narcissist. She is the one that's being manipulative. She's done all this manipulative shit, and then she's acting as if, and she's gaslighting as if he's the one doing all this stuff, when really it's her. We can see it's her because we've watched her in action in this video, and asking why is she videotaping it, and then she wants to publish it. That's highly narcissistic.
She wants it to go viral. She wants to embarrass this motherfucker.
Exactly.
What did she say in this video?
Remember, she said his family doesn't know, so she wants people that know him.
That's what she wants to know.
I don't think that's what that is. I think she wants
people that know him to know how she feels.
Hey, she wants them to know why she left. She don't want no narrative spun on her.
In her mind, people that know her know how she feels, and she's embarrassed because of her feelings. I'm just saying. Hold up 1 second, Queen. I understand how she feels, and I understand her reasoning for feeling like that. But you can't say that this motherfucker gets angry and doesn't know how to process his emotions when I see your ass being angry and processing your emotions in some fucked up ways. Like, the fuck out of here. And then on top of this shit, more than likely, birds of a feather are flocking together. That's why you've been with the motherfucker 8 years. That's probably what the fuck y'all got in common. But you're making it seem like he the only one.
That's a possibility right there.
So more than likely, she said, hey, if he won't marry me, I'll find another man that will. You about to take the same problem to another motherfucker. The difference is when he realizes you motherfucker is either he's probably gonna process his emotions differently, which means
No, because if she goes to get married again, they're going to see this video and see how vindictive she is, and they're not going to even give her the time of day. That's the problem.
No, that's not true either, because most men not gonna put women in those situations.
Even worse,
So he
I
do know shit
granted,
like this.
I don't know I don't know her. Like she decided to not go into the details. So I'm hoping it is not something that's physically violent or anything like
Yeah.
that. I'm assuming it's not. When she says angry, he probably. I'm just assuming. I don't know for sure.
She don't look scared. Let me just say this: somebody that looks scared, that's scared of somebody physically like that is not going to make a video like she just did.
I'm assuming he probably just like fired off, cussed her ass out, like
Most
when
likely.
she gets in her fucking modes. And I'm not gonna say that I agree with that shit, but I understand cause and effect. And if she's talking to him like what the fuck she's obviously like feeling and letting out on these damn videos and shit, then it's in a manipulative way. And he's, you know what I'm saying, just naturally, that's human nature. He's resistant to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just resistant. He's probably just bucking up, and he don't even know why. Like, yo, whatever. I just ain't feeling the way you talking to me, type shit.
So is there a place in the video where she's destroying his stuff?
She didn't destroy it.
No, she didn't destroy nothing of his. That's what I'm saying. She ain't her emotions ain't unregulated. She thought about what the hell she was doing, and she did what she did, and she left.
Hold up, wait one second.
Don't owe him shit.
She showed when she was just when she said she was leaving while he was at work, and she took the shower heads, she took the TV off the wall because she said she purchased the mount. She took the sheets and linen and shit like that. Yeah, because he won't marry her, and she's got to love herself first.
I don't think she did nothing wrong. If her shit, she bought it. She can take everything she bought it. That's what she want to do. It's her shit. She bought them shower heads. Niggas, go get the shower heads that came with the apartment and put them back up there. These is mine.
But how do we know she bought it? How do we know she bought everything though? Because he's at work. So
I mean, I believe it or not, I'm inclined to believe her about her just taking what she wanted. She said the TV's his. That's why I'm not taking it. But I bought them out, and so she took them out.
And she didn't take no clothes. She just took his clothes out behind.
Yeah, she didn't take the clothes or fuck up the clothes or anything. She just took the hangers that the clothes.
So I believe she took the shit that she bought, and ain't nothing wrong with it. If you don't see me fit enough to marry, then why do you think you get some benefit anything that comes from me? You got these hangers because of me. They're mine. Taking it with me.
Okay, but Queen,
you
this
got these shower heads because of me. It's mine. I'm taking it with me.
Like, this is really not much of a loss because even from the other perspective, and this is what even this woman doesn't get. This is why I say, man, even at 40,
no, these people. Damn,
you gotta let me finish. Chill out. Right? This is what folks ain't understanding. It's like from the other fucking perspective. Like, yeah, he might not be giving you what the fuck you need, but maybe you're not getting what you need because he's not getting what he needs. Maybe he needs a woman that doesn't fucking manipulate him every time she fucking wants something. Maybe he needs somebody that can communicate their emotions a little bit fucking better. Maybe just like you don't trust him to do what the fuck you want him to do, he don't trust you because you can't even be honest about shit.
Just know everybody is not marriage material. Just know that. Everybody isn't meant to be married. Everybody's not meant to be in long-term relationships. To be in a marriage and be in long-term relationships, it takes a certain type of finesse, and everybody doesn't have that fucking finesse. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is.
I'm just saying, because
and the lady said she was there for 8.5 years.
Maybe she might feel as though she's giving him 8 years, but in his mind, he's like, look, I gave her 8 years to get over her.
We don't know what the fuck is going on, so we don't hear from him.
She was day fucking
we've only got her side of the story, and from what I see on her side,
we ain't even listening to what she said.
I'll play it some more.
So anyway, on New Year's Eve, it had hit me that this wasn't going to work. I was very mature. I told him, basically like, hey, this is not going to work. Like, I kind of was a little bit, you know what? We're not even going to get into that because we don't got time in this video. So I thought.
She's talking about New Year's Eve. This was posted on the 25th of February. So this is almost 3 months after New Year's Eve.
That because he doesn't know how to regulate his emotions, that he loved me enough to come back to this conversation like the next day or a couple days after. And I just thought that he would, I don't know, like have an epiphany or something. That is not what happened at all. So I come to find out that, to make it all short, I come to find out on the 13th or 14th of January that the lease renewal that I signed for our condo wasn't approved because he went and applied for the condo on his own with my deposit, by the way, because he's a 50-50 man. So you better have 50%, okay? So he applied for the condo on his own, and I was like shooketh because I'm like, what the hell? Like, I went and I signed the renewal too. So long story short, I had to be out on the 31st. So the 13th or 14th to the 31st, that gave me, I don't know how many days. I'm not good at math. So I had that amount of time to figure out a place to live with my son and my dog. Like I was going to be out. Like I know him as a person. When he's mad, he's mad. And so thank God for my friend. She's a blessing. Everything happens for a reason. So I didn't want him to know that I was getting my ducks in a row, because every time he thinks he's a step ahead, I'm 20 steps further, baby. Like, play with your mama, not with me. So I was like sneaking around. I waited until the day that I moved to pack all of my stuff because I did not want him to know anything, and we will get to the reason of why. So so that happened, and then he was tracking me through my son's Apple Watch, which I'm so dumb. I didn't think that you could track the watch, but yeah. So there was that, and because he didn't get his way and that my mom was watching my son, he sent me an AI-generated eviction notice to let me know that I had to be out of the property he didn't own, which was crazy because I was leaving regardless. And I had initiated everything. So
I mean, I'll go back to the other video that she posted.
No, keep playing because she's telling on her. So she's telling a lot.
Thank you.
Because because when she looked up to the side and then put her hand on her head, she like graced right over everything that happened with him and her, because she doesn't want to tell on herself.
There you go.
What brought it to the fact that he's doing this about her being put out?
He goes sign a lease without her, and they supposed to be in the thing together. I don't give a fuck. That's some bullshit, and she don't owe him shit. If she said
no, hold on. She said she was 50-50.
I can't finish what I'm saying.
She said she was 50-50. Fuck out of here, bro.
That's not what she said.
Until he put her ass out.
That's not what she said. That's not what she said. She said he went down there with her deposit, and he is a 50-50 dude. You better have your stuff. He went and go apply for the condo without her. That's what she said. So she don't owe him shit. If she took the goddamn shower head
to renew a lease,
it's a condo.
I stay in a fucking condo. I ain't never had to put down a deposit to renew a lease.
Well, they different. There's different rules in different places. That's what it said. She said that's what she said, and the motherfucker went down there without her, so he didn't have no plans on staying with her no way. So I see she got. Oh well, I'm not gonna take the shower heads because that's just rude. Fuck him. Everything he did in this situation was to fuck her. Why is she? Oh, she don't owe him shit. Take your shit and get the fuck on.
She doesn't. She can go. That's not the issue. The issue is she's manipulative and she's a liar on here.
Well, I don't know about her being a liar, but
I agree.
If you go sign a lease.
She don't have to stay. Nobody has to stay with anybody they don't want to be with. That's a fact. However,
if you go sign a goddamn lease in a place that we supposed to be living in together, fuck you.
But what she didn't tell you is what really transpired on New Year's. She's not telling you. She looked up at the sky. She looked up at the side. That's somebody that is transporting information and then glazing or glossing right over that information. She didn't want to tell that part.
I don't think it matters. The fact of the matter is,
I mean, it doesn't matter if you don't want to be with somebody, yeah, but she's going to try and be with this dude. She's going to try and get back with him.
Well, he ain't trying to be with her.
Of course not. Not after that.
He didn't give a fuck about her child or her motherfucking animal. And then he started.
My question is, this is my question. How does he have access to her son's iWatch or Apple Watch unless he bought the Apple Watch for her son?
Because you can add them on the account to watch the child, and if they've been together for 8 years, I'm pretty sure he was.
So he's paying for her son's Apple Watch?
No, he don't have to pay for the Apple Watch. When you got children, you can set up parameters on the phone so you can watch them and monitor their activity and all that.
Okay, well,
if they were together for 8 years, I'm quite sure he was helping her parent their child.
In here, have a relationship while he's at work.
So is the child not his?
In the video that I'm taking apart.
No, it's not his child.
Oh, okay.
That's his, and I'm taking what's mine. I did not leave this relationship because he didn't love me or I didn't love him. I just needed to love me more. And the only reason why I'm sharing this is because I feel like God has placed me in people's lives to be resilient. And I know
she said she wanted him to love her more, but a marriage doesn't.
She said she needs to love herself more.
Very taboo.
Oh, I thought she said she needed him to love her more.
This is my life, and at the end of the day, when the bills hit,
can you replay that?
And this is apart or just leaving. That's his, and I'm taking what's mine. I did not leave this relationship because he didn't love me or I didn't love him. I just needed to love me more. And the only reason why I'm sharing this is because I feel like God has placed me in people's lives to be resilient. And I know for a fact with dealing with my clients that a lot of people don't share what they're going through because they're embarrassed and it's very taboo. And I'm an open book. This is my life. And at the end of the day, when the bills hit, it comes out of my account. And this is just my truth. I left because I wanted marriage. I wanted to grow a family and he wanted to be stagnant. And I'm not here on his time. I'm here on limited time, whatever God has for me. And what
I think we heard enough, but she said she wanted marriage. She wanted a family. That's why she left. That's what she's saying. She didn't post this other shit. Here, hold up. She didn't post this other shit. Hold up. Exactly.
I don't expect that to become anything.
Right. Because now she got to give context to what the hell she's talking about because people asking questions.
Says she wanted marriage and a family. She ain't saying shit about fucking. I mean, she mentioned, the bills got to be paid and shit. But she even mentioned on here, he's a 50-50 guy. So that really has no bear. That's the agreement that she had in the relationship she was in. Was she was supposed to be going 50-50 and all of that shit. She mad because that man didn't want to commit to her. And then even on this video right here, she's talking about that motherfucker pretty much said, I ain't committing to you. You paid your half of the fucking rent.
Anytime a guy says he wants it. Anytime a guy says,
he was like, you paid your half of the rent for the last month that you were staying in here after you hit me with that ultimatum, and I called you bluff. Goodbye. Like,
well, any guy that only wants to pay 50-50 is not committed. He's only committed for his half. A man that's committed in the relationship is going to pay more than 50-50. He's going to put it all in there. When I was married, my husband put it all in there.
Check this out, right? And this is how dirty he did her, right? Pay attention. When he went to renew the lease, even though she's thinking she's putting in on the deposit, she's just paying her half of the rent. That's it. Right? He purposely didn't put her name on the shit. So he clearly was ready to ditch that 50-50 at any given time. Probably not right there, but he's like, yo, whenever, my point is her leaving, he anticipated that shit. If not, probably told her to go.
But more than anticipation. But the relationship was
himself on the lease without her. Even though he's saying they're going 50-50, he's like, man, fuck it. He's ready to handle this shit by himself without her. As like, I'll pay for all this shit, but if I do have to pay for all this shit, you ain't about to be here.
It's okay for him to go sign this lease without her and not tell her, but she wrong because she don't want her. Hold on. But she wrong for not telling him that she's gonna move her shit out the house. How they make sense?
I don't think he's trying to manipulate her.
Well, we don't have him on here talking about one way or the other how it affected him that she took everything.
We didn't have him out here or none of that. That don't matter because what we're saying is it's okay for him to go sign a lease without her and not tell her, and she had to find that out on her own. But she out of line for not telling him when she gonna pack her shit, and then to find out later on that he done signed this lease without her and then sent her a damn eviction notice. And then
To me, it sounds like the whole relationship.
She didn't find out about it. Based on what she said, and we'll listen to it fully. It's like 4 minutes long. We'll listen to it in a second, but I think she pretty much said like she didn't find out about it until his application was rejected.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much like without her extra income or whatever, that's it. You know what I'm saying? The application didn't go. That's probably when she found out about it. You know?
And then
to me, this sounds like the whole relationship is toxic, and they shouldn't be married, and they shouldn't be bringing in more kids.
It just seems like he's making the first move, even based on what she's saying. Just like Pure said, there's a lot of shit that. Now, granted, I'm not saying that he's right or any of that shit, but as far as she's on here making it seem like he just didn't want to marry her, that's why the fuck she's leaving. And it looks like no, he didn't want to marry you. He didn't really want much of shit else with you, or at least not what the fuck you wanted. That's why you. It's not that he's just sitting there being stagnant. He just ain't wherever the fuck he going. He ain't trying to bring you with him.
That part.
No, he being stagnant because 8.5 years is a long ass time. He don't take
she just said he renewed. She chose not to leave until he tried to renew the lease without her on it, and then it got rejected or whatever.
That's after she told him that the relationship wasn't gonna work. So basically, she tells him on New Year's that the relationship ain't gonna work, and he say, "Oh, okay. Well, since the relationship ain't gonna work, then I ain't gonna renew this lease with you. I'm gonna go down here and apply without you. I'm gonna take your money." But
I mean, he's not in the wrong either.
Okay, so what makes sense? What makes sense? Okay, all right, me and you together, right? You tell me that the relationship's not gonna fucking work. All right, my reaction is what the fuck it is, whatever. But what makes more sense? Us just not renewing a lease together, or us renewing a lease together right after you told me the relationship ain't gonna work? What makes the most sense?
We're not gonna renew the release together. Then you should tell me I'm going to renew this.
So why the fuck is this genius right here trying to renew a lease with this man after she just told him the relationship ain't gonna work?
Yeah,
because people have roommates and shit, and what is their financial condition? Like, you have a conversation. You don't just bring your ass down to the leasing office and decide you're gonna renew a lease and not tell me. What the fuck is that?
According to her, they had a conversation, and she said that the relationship's not going to work.
She said that the relationship was not going to work, and so if he was going to renew the lease and she paying the money for the renewal of the damn lease, how he going to take her name off of it?
I don't think
tell her.
It don't even make sense that they got to pay a deposit to renew a lease. That's it. The only reason why
it sounds like they had to put in a new application because they said the shit was rejected.
So more than likely, she either wasn't on it to begin with. Like, yeah, she probably wasn't on the lease to begin with. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't think that's the case. They had to make a new application. Ain't no
well, either way, he was rejected for it. So, I mean, in his mind, it's like, fuck it. Either way, I'm either going to stay here and she's not on the lease, or they're just going to reject the lease and we both going to have to move. Either way, the relationship wasn't going to work anyway.
Either way, that's the conversation you have. You don't go take nobody money and use it to your advantage and not have no conversation with them, but then turn around and say she wrong for taking her stuff without telling him. The fuck out of here.
Bottom line is, look, you know goddamn well that you're not on an application to renew a fucking lease because you didn't sign an application to renew a lease. So miss me with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
I don't know what's going to happen. I can't speak to what happened. I ain't there. I don't know. I'm just knowing what this relationship is.
You're gonna have to sign an application, and what you gave him money, you didn't give him a check, because even if there is a deposit, you're gonna have to give a damn check, money order, some shit like that. the fuck leasing office takes cash.
I don't know nothing about no cash and no check. I just know what this lady is. I didn't know what this lady saying. The lady said that she gave him some money for some shit, and the man went down there and did something. She gave
her, listen to this. She gonna tell you she gave her half of the rent. That's the fuck she did.
That's not what I heard, but okay.
Yeah, now she did say she gave half. She gave the deposit. She gave the money for the deposit. That's what she said. I'm not buying.
That's what she said.
I'm not buying what she's spewing. I'm not saying that he's right and she's wrong. I mean, this is why people break up. Like, everybody's right, everybody's wrong. That's just fucking how relationships.
I'm saying breakups ain't easy, so she not.
That's why I don't even like all of the finger pointing. I just be like, why can't people just be glad that they didn't have to die together since they hate each other so fucking much? Like that. That's what I'm like, man, the glass should always be half full after a relationship's over.
If you had to pay a new deposit, means you were starting a whole different type of lease, a new
That's
lease.
what I'm saying. It's an entirely new lease. So more than likely, she was probably on the last one, and he tried to.
Yeah, because those deposits would have rolled over if they were renewing a lease.
Exactly. And then it wouldn't even made a fucking difference, because even if it's a new fucking lease, the deposit still pretty much roll over because you get your deposit back. Now the rent probably went up or some shit on the new lease, but you're gonna get the old deposit back, and it still goes right back in.
Well, that's the really he went and filled out some paperwork without her knowledge.
But what Pure is even trying to say is, if it's a new lease, right? Chances are she was on the last one, and she says she's paying for a deposit. So if she knows she's paying a deposit, then she knows there's something new about this lease. You feel me?
She probably didn't think it was a lease with her. She probably thought he was trying to get a bigger apartment or some shit.
It's like, man.
All I know is the two of them are too toxic with each other. You can tell by the way she's talking. But even though we don't hear anything from him, it's toxic. If she doesn't have enough respect for him, it's toxic. You have to respect the person you're with. And if you have none, and she showed she had none, it's toxic.
Yeah. She needed to leave a long time ago, and she needed to work on herself. And he need to work on his communication skills too. Like, you can't just be living with somebody and all of that shit, and y'all didn't make no commitment to each other, because it seems like both of them are just too willing to leave the other one, or just drop the other one to even be talking about a fucking commitment with each other.
How does she just now know about how he is 8 years after she didn't know 2 years or 3 years? How now?
People that she is okay with how he is. They too toxic motherfuckers. Toxic people be in relationships all the time.
Like I said, this looks manipulative. So this is probably what both of them do. They threaten to leave each other.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? They threaten to leave each other and just start moving like the other one ain't there, which is probably what got them to move in together in the first place. That type of toxicity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just start keeping tabs on each other and shit like that, because they start moving like the other one ain't even there. But this is how they get each other's attention.
Yeah, like, they got a whole toxic dynamic going on between them. They should not be married.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it was good that she left without him being there, so they don't end up in no domestic violence situation.
Yeah.
This ain't no toxic. I'm finna play with you. This is toxic. This is the end of the damn relationship. Now that's a different dynamic right there. That she can go left. Take your shit and get the hell out.
This man.
And anytime a woman not being stupid because in the head
my
years,
problem is
you some stupid shit.
I try to sympathize. I always try to put myself in somebody else's shoes, and I know things that other people don't know, and I feel like I make excuses for his behavior, even though like there's no excuse. But to me, it's that he doesn't know how to regulate his emotions, so he acts in anger. So I'm not trying to justify anything, but this is why like I feel the way that I do. Okay. So anyway, so on New Year's Eve, it had hit me that this wasn't going to work. I was very mature. I told him, basically like, hey, this is not going to work. Like, I kind of was a little bit, you know what? We're not even going to get into that because we don't got time in this video. So I thought that because he doesn't know how to regulate his emotions, that he loved me enough to come back to this conversation like the next day or a couple days after. And I just thought that he would, I don't know, like have an epiphany or something. That is not what happened at all. So I come to find out that, to make it all short, I come to find out on the 13th or 14th of January that the lease renewal that I signed for our condo wasn't approved because he went and applied for the condo on his own with my deposit, by the way, because he's a 50-50 man. So you better have 50%, okay? So he applied for the condo on his own, and I was like shooketh because I'm like, what the hell? Like, I went and I signed the renewal too. So long story short, I had to be out on the 31st. So the 13th or 14th to the 31st, that gave me, I don't know how many days. I'm not good at math. So I had that amount of time to figure out a place to live with my son and my dog. Like I was going to be out. Like I know him as a person. When he's mad, he's mad. And so thank God for my friend. She's a blessing. Everything happens for a reason. So I didn't want him to know that I was getting my ducks in a row, because every time he thinks he's a step ahead, I'm 20 steps further, baby. Like, play with your mama, not with me. So I was like sneaking around. I waited until the day that I moved to pack all of my stuff because
this chick, I'm sorry, I had to stop it. You a delusional motherfucker. If you end up in a situation where you don't even know whether or not you got 30 days or less to fucking move because you ain't good at math, and then in the same damn few breaths talking about how you 20 steps ahead of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah,
it don't
you
seem like you were a half a
know
step
where you
ahead of
need to be when you have a whole son and a dog.
Yeah. And then, you know what I'm saying, now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, come to find out, like she said, come to find out, you got 30 days or whatever to move, pack your shit and move, but yet you're 20 steps ahead of some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, like, that's what I'm saying, this chick all over the fucking place, man. For real. Just me. I know I got issues. You know what I'm saying? I'm known to kind of cuss motherfuckers out and shit, but
I just want to hear
a chick like her would likely say that a motherfucker like me got anger issues too, because I'd be cussing her ass out too. I can't even lie to you.
Well, I know one thing.
You over here just saying shit. Fuck wrong with you? Stop talking.
I mean,
like, stop talking. Why I gotta stop talking? Because every time you talk, you say some stupid shit. That's why. Stop fucking talking. Yeah, it get like that.
Well, I know one thing. So she took the shower heads off the shower head thing, wherever that is. So she didn't replace them with what was originally on there. Guess who's going to get charged for those shower heads?
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't own that building. They don't own that house. So taking the shower heads off, they have to be replaced. Did she put any new ones back up there after she took hers down?
Yeah, at least the old ones.
We don't know.
Huh?
The old ones.
We don't know.
No, so she's being vindictive. She knows she's being vindictive because
he already done used her deposit. She gonna get no deposit back no way. He used the deposit to apply for the goddamn thing. So who gives a shit?
It doesn't matter if the application was rejected. They gotta give him his money back.
Yeah.
Oh really?
And on the previous, because she's moving out, she was on the previous lease. She's gonna have to pay for that.
An application fee might be like $60 or $70 or some shit. Like, you're not gonna pay more than, I think, like $80 or $100 for an application fee. But if she's talking about like an entire deposit, like a month of rent, yeah, you get that shit back.
Well, no, she's not gonna get all of it back because she's got no shower head.
I'm saying if they put that shit up to submit an application, and the application got rejected, you're gonna get your month of rent back. Like if you had to put a
minus the deductions for the cost of shower heads to replace the one she just took down.
I've seen some places will do that. Like you got to at least get a cashier's check or something with the application. You know?
But if they been in that damn apartment for ever known that application, that deposit been there. And what they will do is let you
that way, if they do approve you, they have your deposit right then and there. They can just get your lease drawn up.
Right, they'll just roll it over. So he used some money.
Because that's usually how it'll go. It'll be like first, last, security, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And
Boom,
then
boom.
I'm sure he gonna put the shower heads back up because he gotta wash his ass. Unless he just gonna be showered with pipe water. So you know.
You know. So the
Both
deposit,
of them sound like the
the
chicks out of
deposit will
pocket.
get you your application. The first month will get you your lease or whatever, and the you know what I'm saying, the last month will get you your keys. That's how a lot of rental spots go. They just give you that shit because a lot of people don't have all three of them shits liquid like that. So it's a process. They might go through it over the course of a month. You know.
I ain't never had that. Other people want all they do up front.
I've done it like that before. Where it was just all, you know what I'm saying, you fill out the application, boom, that's the security deposit. They put that shit toward the security deposit. They approve you. Bam. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they approve you, boom. You know what I'm saying? You pay the first month rent, they give you your fucking lease. You know? You sign the lease, you pay last month's rent, bam, they give you your keys, you move in. You know? That's it. And they got first, last, security.
Yeah, there you go.
Now some places will just
What
charge.
happened? I want to hear the end of this goddamn story.
Yeah.
Because I did not want him to know anything, and we will get to the reason of why. So, so that happened, and then he was tracking me through my son's Apple Watch, which I'm so dumb. I didn't think that you could track the watch, but yeah. So there was that, and because he didn't get his way, and that my mom was watching my son, he sent me an AI-generated eviction notice to let me know that I had to be out of the property he didn't own, which was crazy because I was leaving regardless. And I had initiated everything. So, but you know, I hurt his ego so bad, he had to one-up me. And so then we have that, and then he throws a tracking device in my trunk. And I only knew this because my son came to me very concerned, and he's like, I think daddy's tracking you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Thinking like, what are you talking about, little kid, right? And he's like, my dad asked why we were around Target. And so I started talking to one of the girls over here of where I work, and she was like, girl, he has to have like a, you know, the little pod thingies, I don't know what it's called. And I'm like, no, he never. He did. And I found it in my trunk. So there's that part. And then from there, what else happened? We had a couple things that happened. And I was just like, I kept telling God, like, if this is not the man for me, please show me. And he gave me neon signs. And I was just like, whoa. But I love him, God. But I love him. And it was like even bigger neon sign. So I even tried to talk to him the day before I had moved out. You know what? This is getting long. I didn't expect that to become anything. So let me explain of why I left while he was at work.
That was so cute the way she had to cut it. You know,
Did she have a part two?
Huh?
She got a part two? Yeah, because this ain't what the fuck. What's the end of the damn story?
Oh, that was pretty much it. Hold up with that.
Oh wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
She's just not gonna finish the fucking story.
Yeah, she said a lot of shit.
You heard that correctly. I will never go 50-50, and I will never do that ghetto shit again, okay? Let me tell you why. So the man that I want does exist. You know how I know? Because I had the man that I want twice. In two different men.
Golden goddess.
I'm just stupid. I'm not all there, I guess. So we have Robert. Let's talk about Robert, and then we'll talk about Michael. So Robert went viral on the Brown Show because someone was reporting him and said, wow, the most beautiful men are found at Haven City Market. They weren't wrong. He was gorgeous. He had a really good career, still has a really good career. He's owned 2 homes. He takes care of his son. He has the best, most healthiest co-parenting relationship with his son's mother. Okay. He was just like, and he was an asshole to everybody but me. He would look at me like this and was like, I want to put a baby in you. And I was like, sir, let's relax, okay?
Why you not with him, bitch?
He just, even when I wasn't talking to him, he would send roses to my grandmother's house.
So he wants to put a baby in her, but not a ring on her finger. I get it. Okay.
No, this a different dude. This a
It
different.
doesn't matter. It tells you about her personality, Queen.
No, I want to know why she said she had the man that she wanted twice. So clearly something's wrong with her. Because if you had the man that you wanted
Clearly
twice,
something's wrong with her.
A man that would.
I mean,
and stalk
I
you.
can't
Something
blame a
wrong with you.
motherfucker for not marrying this chick or committing to her. She seems extremely manipulative. This is even more manipulation right here, because if she'll say this shit right here, this is some shit that she's thinking. Likely is either said this shit or hinted to toward the fucking dude. So she likes to play on a man's insecurities and all of that shit. Oh, I could have had any other man. She didn't even said that. Another man, if you won't do it, another man will. Man, fuck out of you.
No, the other man didn't say he'd marry her. He just said he put a baby in her. That's what he told her.
But she's already, man. She's already got her, like, she still got her choosing shoes on. So why the fuck is he? Come on.
Sorry, why she not with you, man? If he's so perfect. What the fuck?
Well, because she's perfect. She chose a 50-50 guy.
But that shit on like 3 times the speed. She's not too slow.
Go down to Michael, okay? Michael.
I feel like she has to choose a 50-50 guy because I feel like there's something innately wrong with her.
He said, do you have a passport? And I was like, no. And he was like, well, how am I supposed to take you to Bora Bora?
Yeah, why you not with the man? Shit, nobody care about all this shit.
That motherfucker hit him with a goddamn game. He knew if he had no damn passport, you got a passport. No. Well, how else am I supposed to take you to Bora Bora? I guess we got to settle for the fucking red roof. Oh well. Oh well. I would have took you to Bora Bora, but.
Okay. In a thong, all right? I would have been out.
Sounds to me like she likes people that talk bullshit, and the other guy, the one she was with for 8 years, didn't talk the bullshit, didn't lie to her, was pretty straight up with her, and she'd rather be lied to.
He's actually done more. I mean, like I say, that people say whatever they want. I mean, they say actions speak louder than words, so I get it. He didn't say, "Will you marry me?" and all of that other shit. But she said it's her. Now, she said that her son, because she said she got to leave with her son, but she also said that the son calls him daddy or whatever. So that might be his child. No, that might just be his child. I don't know. But either way, it's her. It's a child. They've been living under the same roof. So it might not sound like much of a commitment because you didn't get a legal marriage, but that's fucking some kind of goddamn commitment.
Yeah, but hell no, not for 8.5 years. If we gonna do this, you might as well marry me. The fact that you won't, fuck you, we're gonna go.
No, I get it. Yeah, no, granted, I
get it too. But she was okay for the.
Just like Fjord was saying though, like that motherfucker done showed you more than any other dude done showed you. What the fuck? And yet you bring it up.
I want to know why this perfect man if she ain't with no more, because this is crazy. He was gonna take me to Bora Bora, bitch. What is
because the perfect man she's talking about is a figment of her imagination. It was all word salad from him.
Well, I'm that's why I want her to get to the point about why they ain't together.
And
he's talking about he still got a good job, so that means he still keeping tabs on him.
He's spitting that grade A. You know what I'm saying? He's spitting that grade A game. Them motherfuckers at Bora Bora.
That man, let me tell you about that man. That man was so offended by the fact that I was working so hard and that my son's dad was allowing that, because he said that was offensive toward him being a man, and how could he feel like a man because he wasn't providing for his son. And he told me a man's supposed to be a provider, a protector, and there was another P that he said.
I'm confused.
That man,
okay, so did this conversation happen after the fact when on the 1st of January, which is what she was evading or trying to avoid saying, is that this is the kind of shit
she's talking about a whole nother different dude.
Understood, but what I'm saying is, because clearly she's talked to this other dude after she's been with this man for 8 years, and this guy is in her ear telling her all this shit. And that conversation take place on New Year's, the first of New Year's, which is why when she told her man that this other man said he should be this and he should be that, and she just so happened to date him beforehand, and then he said, okay, enough is enough, and he got his own fucking place. Is that why he got his own place?
That's what it
But
looked
I
like.
don't know what the hell's going on. This shit sounds crazy.
I'm just saying. That's what
No.
it looked like, man.
You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Because
I get what you're saying, because it sounds like she was talking to this dude while she was in a relationship
that
with
part,
somebody
because
else.
she's telling him about her baby's dad.
But
That's
she's
what it
supposed to
looked
be
like.
telling us why she's not with the man. So what the fuck is we talking about? Girl, ooh. People is insane. People are crazy.
People are crazy.
Yeah.
She's talking about what he said about the other man. Ma'am, you supposed to be telling us why you not with him.
So she didn't tell the whole truth. That's what happened.
Because let me
She
tell
said
you,
she fumbled him too.
Tiffany, your engagement ring is gonna be Tiffany. What size ring do you wear? I was like, what?
Okay.
But no,
Said all that shit, but never said, "Will you marry me?" But I get it. I get it. Hold on.
because let me tell you, we were talking about my business, and he wanted me to step back a little bit more, right? He made a comment and called my business a hobby, and I was so offended. So that brought the toxicity out of me, because I was like, a hobby. Now I know what he meant. He wanted it to be a hobby, because he said my job was to be at home and to take care of my son.
Oh, girl,
He said
bye.
that about my own child. That wasn't even his child, and he was going to put me at home taking care of my son.
Get the fuck out of here.
So yeah,
Shut up.
no, I'll never go 50-50, because when I'm ready, oh, you best believe I'm gonna be out here and live then. I might be in Bora Bora, who knows? I might be with the hottest man in Rancho, who knows? I don't know.
She gonna die alone.
She's delusional.
Manosphere, there's your content right there.
Please don't give them. Please don't give them no fucking ammunition.
She gonna die alone. She
I'm
gonna
staring
die.
Yeah. What David Carroll used to say? Just send me, hit up the email. I'll send you the link.
Please don't give them more ammunition, please.
Send me the email. I'll send you the link. Oh, shit. Man, this is funny.
That's funny as hell.
But no, I don't mind it. I'll also say I'll send people the ammo of Beans crying and shit. I don't mind it. I will send all of that shit. Hold up. My bad. I mean that. Kick y'all off. I switched brands. I'll send y'all this shit too.
I'm conflicted, my nigga. And now you got me emotional. Again, I'm conflicted.
I'll make sure y'all get all of that. Just send me the email.
That shit weird. That shit weird as hell.
Yeah.
Because, nigga, you left me. Shanika left me. Kiki left me. UT left me. Everybody left me. That ain't what I wanted. Because, nigga, you.
No, it's the nigga you left me for that was the best part of the whole shit.
And that's what this woman right here wants. She wanted that nigga to come back crying to her, begging her to come back with a ring and all of that shit, right? She thought he would just have an epiphany, but he didn't.
Well, it's good he didn't, because they sound like they were talking together. And they ain't need to be married.
These niggas would prefer to go crying to other niggas.
That's crazy.
Yo.
That is crazy.
Yo, that motherfucker was on Drip Panel. You left me. Yeah.
Yo, that was insane right there.
Crying about. You hear what the fuck she's saying? She like, fuck that. Hey.
He said that about my own child. That wasn't even his child, and he was gonna put me at home taking care of.
Real.
my
She
son.
mad because this motherfucker won't come back crying to her. Just like me and Pure said. That is extremely manipulative, Queen. You know that. If you gonna leave, just do it.
Yeah.
No, real shit. If you're gonna leave, just do it. And Nah, you leave, you just do it because you know that's best for you, and you really don't give a fuck what happens behind you. But to do all of that shit, take the shower heads and whatchamacallit,
I don't have a problem with it.
the bed sheets and the
I don't got a
hanger,
problem with none of that shit.
post all of this content and say you hope it goes viral so people can find out about it, and then you got to say this won't go 50-50, motherfucker got to sell drugs, ass, or internal organs just to survive, and you won't go 50-50. That shit, she got to post all of this shit. Like, fuck out of here, man. This is some manipulative shit. Just say you missed the
what's more manipulative is that she's a sucker and she's listening to another dude in her ear telling her he's going to take her to Bora Bora, but since you don't have your passport, let's go settle for OK Corral restaurant or some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? She's stupid. She's fucking stupid.
Well, what she said was she was in a relationship with that dude, and because he referred to what she was doing as a job, as a hobby, she got pissed off. So she got with that other dude, and she was okay going 50-50 because she was independent and making her own goddamn money, and that's a different caliber of man. And when she got it, she ain't like it. She played toxic games with it and wanted it to commit to her, and that didn't happen. So she's silly. The woman is silly, but I don't got no problem with her leaving and taking her shit.
No, I don't either.
No problem with that at all. If she manipulated, possibly. I don't think anything is wrong with the fact that she won't.
I don't have a problem with her packing her shit up and leaving with it, but I also don't have a problem with him saying goodbye and never coming back.
Yeah, I'm not a problem with him doing that either. But I'm just saying, I don't think her saying I hope his family see it is her trying to manipulate. I think that's more to do with her ego and her reputation and how she thinks that they'll perceive her. But if she playing games with him, of course, it sounds like they play games with each other.
Yeah, they do.
Had no business together.
No, I mean, I agree with that, but look, I don't see how you're going to say to somebody. She even gave an established timeline of events. She said on New Year's Eve, this is not working. This relationship isn't working. So he went to renew a lease without her. Now, I get it, the money and all of that other shit. You bring that into consideration. But he went to make moves as if, hey, that's it.
I feel like he went to go make moves because she was telling him what this other guy was whispering in her ear. And he was like, oh, no, fuck that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if she was telling him that shit, but either way it goes, if he was going to try to sign the lease without her, that was something he should have told her. And I think he didn't tell her for a reason. He was just going to re-sign the lease and not have her on that shit and then spring it on her when he thought he had the one up on her ass. Mm-hmm. They toxic.
They are. The whole relationship is toxic. They all need to grow up. You know, we've all done our dumb shit in our relationships. I can sit and speak on the dumb shit too. You know what I mean? However, when you get older, you realize that, you know, sometimes you got to let the dumb shit go. If you actually want a long-term relationship, you got to let all that dumb shit go.
Hey, Bora Bora it is. I'm about to get up out of here, ladies. Y'all got the final thoughts.
Final thoughts is, if you really respect the person that you're with and you really wanted that person as your lifetime partner, you wouldn't be doing the shit you're doing and videotaping it so that you can get some kind of sympathy from strangers you don't know for no good reason, and then possibly try to defame his name with his family. Like, that's some low tier shit. If you're gone, you're gone. Pack your shit and go. But you don't got to videotape it, and you don't have to make a whole fucking scene about it. If you really are convicted that much that he's not worth your time or your effort, and you don't see any prospects in the future with this person, pack your shit and go. But you don't got to make a spectacle of it all.
Oh, facts.
No,
all right.
I disagree.
Appreciate you coming up, Pure. Now, we can't get into a conversation. I'm about to get up out of here.
No, we gotta get into no conversation. I'm just saying, I feel like you can do whatever you want to do as long as you ain't causing nobody no harm. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, because she creates content. My thing is, don't be stupid. Don't put yourself in no position, especially as a woman, to where you can be fucked up. Because 8 years in a relationship that goes nowhere is dumb. Like, and as a woman, you shouldn't even be allowed no shit like that. Have some standards and boundaries about yourself and know when to walk away before you get to the point where you feel like you need to take hangers out the closet because you bought them.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Just don't be a dummy. Don't be a dummy. That's all I got to say. I don't care how the hell you walk away. Leave how you want to leave. You want to record that shit, that's your business. But just don't be stupid. Don't let nobody play with your time as a woman. That's ignorant. That's it.
Facts. All right, so Smitty, man, what's up? You get your first and final thought. What's up, bro?
No, I didn't want to be rude. I didn't realize that you were winding down, and I know what that's like as a fellow content creator. So I just wanted to come up and hang out. I don't really have too much to say. Sometimes I like to just chill with y'all and be here. So go ahead and enjoy your day, man. It's a beautiful day. I'm gonna go ahead and rock out myself. No, I was just coming to chill.
Nah, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I got to get up out of here today, man. Got some things I need to handle. I appreciate everybody coming up, man. Definitely a pleasure. Thank everybody so much for that. Miss Queen Sunkissed, Pure Butterfly Spirit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Zab. DS1 came up as well. Shout out to Smitty's Corner coming up too. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody. All of the damn content. You know what I'm saying? Miss Nisa the Goat, Umar. What else did I check out? Aaron the Plumber, his ass wanna fade, whatever. Hey, Hamp. Get up with that nigga, man. See what the fuck is going on, man. I think they biting your shit, man. Make sure you get a piece of that somehow, some way. That's all I got to say with that. On that note, man, I'm about to get all the way the fuck up out of here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Cash App's available. Super Thanks is also available if you're catching a replay. That'll be exclusive at Auntie's The Boiler Room. It was a pleasure. Y'all have a good day and night. Peace.